Good evening, America, and all the other lesser nations. It's your boy Donnie, former president of the United States, and really the best president, quite frankly. I'm here tonight to tell you not to be like China and instead donate to the OCA podcast. But don't just take it from me, the greatest and most loved president of all time. Listen to these other satisfied customers.
I think of the host of the OCA podcast as my 5.5 additional children, and like a good American father, I support them by donating to their OnlyFans.
If only I had started donating earlier, Uncle Ben might still be alive.
I've never met my real dad, but that's okay, because after donating all my savings, the host agreed to be my new dads.
I punched the change out of his coin purse who'll donate to the podcast.
No, not my coins!
Yes, your coins.
It's time to donate to the Patreon!
All right! The OCA podcast needs my money more than my sister Serenity.
Donate today.
Welcome back to the OCA podcast. I am your host, the Anime Collector. Coming in at the seat of my pants as usual. Following close behind is Reese. All right. And Random 11, who's not playing a video game.
Happy Easter.
Yes.
Yay,
Happy Easter,
happy
everyone. And AIDS is here.
I have come.
Isn't that supposed to be pronounced AIDS?
Wear protection.
He is risen, like our erections.
What's up, guys?
Okay, and then Green Line, last but not least.
Happy Easter, everyone.
All right, yes, this has been a great start. Fantastic.
I like how you brought up the cash thing, and then just me and Random 11 are doing good. Everybody else has low disk space.
I dare you, everybody else.
I literally did that deed the moment you brought it up. I have no idea what else to do.
All right. Here we go.
Here we come.
Okay, so joining wait, no, what am I? Where am I? Why does this look different? Collector. What is going on here? If you would like to protect this podcast from harm, money is the way to do that. So there's the OCA podcast Patreon. Then there's also, boom, the Anime Collector Patreon.
Don't worry, they'll never
just
bill
random
you.
other ways you can do it. By the way, we do have a new Amazon affiliate. I'll have to update this. I made it literally today for the actual podcast. So,
should I set it as my bookmark and abuse it like the last one?
Please do not buy things and ship them to my house. Wait a minute. Why is this? I'm screen sharing the tab. That's what's going on. I was like, what the? That really threw me for a loop earlier. I was like, why does this look so different? All right, there we go. They switched it around. Okay, that's how it normally looks. No wonder. I was like, wait, what the fuck? All right, so in Vic Mignogna news, we have so much. And I forgot that I put this as the first thing we're talking about, even though I literally just finished putting it in.
I just want to find a world at least where people can actually say his name.
Vic Mignogna?
Because if I die from laughing from this, it's everyone's fault.
Sounds good.
What you said.
All right. So this thing called Beta Quest.
Uh-oh.
Was, let's see, do they have the guess here? Guess, yes. Look at, okay. Canceled due to unforeseen events. We'll talk about that in a second. So Vic, with the absolute worst picture of him, the amount of makeup in this particular photo has always just been so awful. He's basically cosplaying as Kaiji right now. Yeah, so Beta Quest, which was a middle school, I believe it was, has canceled due to an unforeseen turn of events. They were unable to host Vic Mignogna at Beta Quest, which, I mean, is it a bad thing to get canceled from an event called Beta Quest? You tell me.
I want to go to an alpha class.
Yeah, due to unforeseen levels of alpha, we are unable to host at Beta Quest. Anyway, so Vic on April Fool's Day tweeted this out regarding that cancellation, I believe.
So
Quote,
it's not canceled. Okay, got it.
no, it is canceled.
But he tweeted it on April.
No, he tweets this out. This is in response to being canceled. Quote, when did it happen? When did it happen? When did people lose the ability to separate personal from professional? Just because you don't like someone personally should not mean that their accomplishments or contributions should be wiped out of existence. Would you want someone to do that to you? Now,
yes.
Vague, but obvious, right? Now, the real meat and potatoes, it's really clear how prepared I am for tonight. Let's just watch Vic talk. Here he is.
Thank you for that, Sephiroth's child. I appreciate you saying that. I kind of think that's true too, but
I fucking love hearing him say the names.
You
the
can't teach people not to be cowards. And unfortunately, these same 3 or 4 people whose name I don't even want to say because they don't deserve to have their name spoken, in their garbage antics, still 4 years later, they're breaking the law, by the way. I don't know that they know or care, but what they are doing is the definition of online harassment. They are costing me work. They are ruining my reputation. They're spreading slander and lies. They're contacting people I have contracts with and interfering with that. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is called tortious interference. It is a crime. It is punishable by fine or jail time. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to avail myself of that or not, because I'm really, really getting tired. The Bible tells us to turn the other cheek, right? You've heard that phrase, turn the other cheek. Well, you guys, there are only so many cheeks that you can turn before you have to do something.
4.
There's so many cheeks that you can spread before.
They say to turn the other cheek. Well, what?
The Guatucci says, wow, even from jail, Trump still wants me to donate to the LCA podcast.
Is he actually in jail, or is he just like...
That was a fucking great... That was a great super chat.
It was worth the amount.
Oh, okay. Whew.
But for real, is he actually in jail? I do not know. I don't follow the stuff.
I don't think he is.
He pled not guilty and went back to Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, there's actually more to this Vic stuff. Let me play part 2.
I never wanted to get into any kind of litigation. The only reason that I did that before was because it was my last resort. I reached out to people privately. I apologized for any unintended offense, and nothing made any difference. People wanted to be hateful and destructive. They wanted to ruin me. They wanted to get me out of the industry, and so the lawsuit was my last resort. And I'm still I'm not going to take this lying down. And those people know who they are. I really don't understand what they think they're doing, but it's illegal. And I'm already in the middle of looking into some very aggressive retaliation and resources to deal with that. So that.
Okay, that cuts off there. Part 3.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point, Thirsty for Chicken. These people don't care. They don't care about anything but their own attention. They are whores for attention. Loudmouth
Amen.
whores for attention.
Loudmouth horse.
In fact, what's even really disgusting is they don't even know me. Can you even conceive of this, guys? These 4 or 5 people that are literally stalking me online and contacting events have never met me. They don't know me. They have no personal connection to me. They have no story to tell, no story. They have nothing. They have no connection at all. Can you believe that? It's really hard to even wrap your mind around, isn't it? That complete and perfect strangers would see this debacle, all of this garbage, as a chance for them to get some attention for themselves. How pathetic is that? You are pathetic human beings, I gotta say. I feel bad for you, except the part where you are threatening my livelihood. And you know what else? Taking away the opportunity of all of these fans. Think about that, you guys. Why should some bozo across the country, why should their opinion matter more than all of the people that were going to attend an event and wanted to be there and wanted to have me there? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. And we're going to be we're looking at some options here to take some steps. So I am very, very, very grateful for all of you, and I hope you'll continue to be supportive and kind and encouraging. It means so much to me.
Okay, so sounds like Vic wants to sue some whores. I'm all for this timeline. Yeah.
So, question for those of us uninitiated here. I think that's the right word. Apologies if it's not. I'm not sure about all of this going on. Is it 5 people other than Monica, Jamie?
No, he's talking about the 5 people that are basically running the social media circus. So people like Mars Girl and them are, in his perspective of it, which I'm blocked by nearly all these people, including the person who posted this. So it's hard for me to see it from the same perspective that Vic has. But there are like 4 or 5 people that are basically at every turn, they're in the replies, spreading the bullshit, right? And so he's talking about them. And those people have not been sued previously by him. So this would be a new... it's not like he's going to be suing Monica a second time.
Yeah, it'd be a separate case.
Yeah, it'll be a separate thing. And he's alleging very different things for them now. And, the statute of limitations is constantly being renewed by the fact that they're doing it at every single one of his events,
Yeah.
So anyway... I'm 100% for this because this is another great year of easy content. And legitimately, I hope, I don't know that suing is the right course of action, but whatever makes them miserable, I'm all for it. So if having to get dressed and go to court, even if they win, is a major inconvenience, then bring it on. Anyway, so Mega Mug says Reese is a cow man confirmed.
Why is that there?
Reese.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you get off?
Can
you get off the teat for a minute?
I replied to this.
All right. I'm happy that I'm able to join a live stream and be there for more than a few minutes, since the last few times I've been busy with a friend watching a good anime called Initial D. Well, I understand that you prefer Eurobeat over the sound of my voice, but I am still offended.
I'm glad that you enjoy D's nuts.
Thank you, Reese, for replying as me. Yeah, they have nothing. They have and are nothing to Vic. The people. Apparently a holiday. Matsuri, you mean... Okay. He's aware that Jamie Markey is okay, but have her appear anyway. Oh, I don't know.
I saw
not
one of
following
the
or care
tweets
about
saying,
this.
didn't one of those tweets say something like, he can't sue because he still has a pending lawsuit to pay out or whatever?
I don't know. Who knows? Not sure and kind of don't care. But I am happy to see that Vic actually, is as annoyed about this as we are. Just like the constant BS constantly. Then I saw that supposedly in response to the drama, somebody typed up this lovely post that doesn't seem like a 13-year-old or younger wrote it at all. But they said, "This is a message for everyone involved in the I Stand With Vic, Kick Vic drama, mainly those who are escalating it. This has been going on for 4 years. There has been no damage control. Instead, there's been tons of bullying from both sides in which both have suffered from damage. Many of you were doxxed, and the majority of Kick Vic is a lie, but it doesn't change the fact that there are still troublemakers on I Stand With Vic as well." JT, you write this? Where was I? Okay. The situation should have been left between Vic Mignogna and accusers such as Monica Rial and Jamie Markey. It shouldn't have. It should have stayed that way from the start. Instead, everybody is getting hurt, and the majority of the enabling came from Kick Vic and the accusers. So here is a warning. Listen to me. Cease the attacking now, or more of your names will be included in the evidence. Man, that is the smartest 10-year-old I've ever heard. This includes reports, losers, Mars Girl, Lady Tora, Underdog BT, Ronan Jaw called out, Dragon 5, anyone doing this from either side. You'll notice we didn't get called out because we are saints. We've been watching you.
We did nothing wrong.
It is time to end it for everyone's sake. Your tracks are everywhere. Leave Bats in Exile alone. They are to leave you alone too. Do not engage. You say Vic Mignogna is a sex predator, then you say he doesn't need to be sued by Monica and Jamie. You are not the law. You don't even care about victims. You just want to be judge, jury, and executioner to get rid of a VA who never even knew you exist. You care about lives? Take it to the court, because right now it points to slander. You all want this to end? Cease fire! There are people from, God damn it. There are people from both sides and neutrals like me, JT, is that you, who do want it all to end. So the ball is in your court. You either want help, or you want to continue telling people to cope just to build your egos towards to no end. You'd be in limbo. The choice is yours. So when I first read this, first of all, the only reason I cover this one bit is because they called out Ronan John, which I thought was hilarious. But second of all, as I read this, I couldn't not hear the level of maturity that I once experienced from Sammy, classic Sonic fan, with his "you freaking fricks" rant. So I put together an amazing thing that I wanted to just have it read the whole thing, but I didn't have enough time. So here you get to hear it.
Okay, listen up, all you frickin' fricks! This message is for everyone involved in the I Stand With Vic Kick Vic drama, especially those who keep escalating it. This has been going on for 4 years, and there's been no damage control whatsoever. Instead, there's been tons of bullying from both sides, and both have suffered damage. Many of you were doxxed, and the majority of Kick Vic is alive. But that doesn't change the fact
So
that
as
there
you
are
can hear, the
troublemakers
kinks
on
need
the
to
I
be worked
Stand
out.
With Vic side as well.
Anyway.
This situation should have been left between Vic Mignogna and accusers like Monica Rial.
All right. Anyway, we don't need to hear anymore.
Like a real.
Hey, that's how I pronounce it in my video.
Yeah. Yeah, so I asked ChatGPT to rewrite it in the style of Sammy's rant, and all it did was add frickin' fricks like 4 times.
Freaky fricks.
But
I
that
almost
kind
know
of-
what the fairy can't cuss.
In some ways, it kind of proves though that there wasn't much difference between Sammy's ranting and that post. Anyway, other things you'll notice that. So, my son's birthday is at the end of this month, and I am unfortunately going to be gone at an event for my work. It's one of our major events all year.
Have the birthday early.
Yeah, so that's kind of made it difficult to because we'd end up doing a podcast on that day, but I won't be there. So anyway, it's been sort of one of those things where you realize at the last second you got to keep moving, or else the show will die. So that's what I did today. And you'll notice I'm going to be listening to this post from Ronan Jaw for the first time with all of you. So let me share screen.
We're going to have this first.
No, I did not write this. I wish someday.
I
buddy,
did not.
I did.
I didn't have sex with that woman.
I did not hit her. I swear, I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I
don't know. Repeating yourself 3 times kind of makes you sound like you did.
There we go. All right, so let me play this for you guys. Dear Lord, God damn.
Play the video.
Who's this speaker?
Oh God.
I should tell you this.
Is that loading error on my? Oh, okay.
Last
Oh, it's
year
Vic.
in Houston, anybody know anything about Surrey? Anybody come to Mount Surrey last year? Yeah, bro. We announced a new dubbing studio. Mount Surrey AM Studios is starting a new dubbing studio in Houston, and I'm one of the core casting directors, actors, and we premiered something there last year that we had dubbed. And we're currently acquiring some licenses for some new series. And I'm very, very excited about that. Very excited about that. I directed a few things for Funimation, and I really enjoy directing. So I'm very excited about AM Studios. They're looking at a couple of licenses in particular that are really cool. Very cool. I'm also directing
Now, I just want to point out, Vic also greatly oversold Gen Bonojo and the rest of those. So I don't know that they're going to be super cool. They're probably going to be more shorts from that same company. But let's hear what else he has to say.
Christian animated series called Supernatural Sin. It hasn't been released yet, but I cast it and directed it. And this is Prelay. I don't know if you guys know what that means. So this panel is going to be educational. Anime is dubbed because the animation's already done, right? It's done in Japan. All of the animation is done. So the voice actors that they bring in, whether it's English.
All right. Thank you, Ronan, for making that appropriate cut there.
Also directing a Christian.
Oh, let's just pull this right to about there.
Is dubbed because the animation's already done, right? It's done in Japan. All of the animation is done. So the voice actors that they bring in, whether it's English or Spanish or French, they have to match animation that's already been drawn, which is its own challenge. Any anime voice actor will tell you. It's a lot harder to give a performance that's believable and authentic when you have to match the movement. They did it to me again. You don't like me, okay? I won't use the mic anymore. So that's dubbing, when the animation's done already. But a lot of Western animation, Simpsons, Family Guy, Futurama, Rick and Morty, all of that kind of stuff, it's called prelay. Prelay means you record the voices first. Now imagine how much more freedom and flexibility there is in being able to perform the line however you want. as an actor. And then once the director gets the lines,
Vic is mistaken. He thinks he's at an acting con, not an anime
they
con.
animate your performance. Much easier. Supernatural Sid is pre-rendered. So I cast all
Now
the
imagine
characters,
having that on some educational Christian thing that's probably not going to be great.
recorded all of it. It's being animated right now. So that's something else that I'm working on. When COVID hit, and a lot of
I love how we all describe it that way. When,
You know, I've always wondered if he did some preaching,
I started doing
because the way he talks.
Doesn't he
are
every
you an
con on
idiot?
Sundays?
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. I meant like, sermon kind of thing.
yeah, he does. He
Lance,
has
he
a
does.
sermon. Lance. Yes.
I totally
At
blanked that out if I'd heard it
conventions,
before.
he does a Sunday panel where he does a church service. Where have you
I've
been?
never been to it, so
I've
We
never
covered
been
it
to
on
it
the
either, but I
podcast.
knew about it.
totally spaced on it, my brother.
I remember the last podcast when Lance was like, "Yeah, I've seen every podcast. I like to stay up to date. Unless there's a reason for comedic reasons I shouldn't watch the last podcast." I'm like, "No, Lance. I owe Random Eleven $5." He's like,
Hey, brother.
"But also,
you
you're a
remember
liar."
every single part of your life?
All right. So anyway, any thoughts about Vic? Any thoughts about Vic?
Not really.
no,
This shit's getting old.
It
You
just
know.
doesn't. Randall, what are your thoughts on whether or not? Oh no, that's the wrong one. What are your thoughts about whether or not he should really be suing another group of people? Here's the best case scenario I can say. I mean, it's a great scenario for us regardless because we get to cover it. I really hope that that he's able to make something stick, just because it would make an example of people, and it would cause them to back off. So I legitimately I hope he finds a solution. Right?
Don't harass people online.
I-
The message needs to be
I
sent.
think best case is that basically tortious interference on these allegations, and then they'll have to effectively exonerate him of the claims because there won't be any evidence, and then
Well, I
who
was gonna
knows, that
say-
could spill back over to the
I was going to
Monica.
say
the
best
Monica.
case. Yeah, I was going to say best case scenario is that this goes through. He gets into discovery and finds the conspiracy claim is valid, and then he's able to
Well,
pull the other parties in.
So in terms
More
of
than that, I was going to say
That
that
would be
it turned.
fucking hilarious.
No. I think even more, it would be like, because they can't substantially prove any allegations, it could open up the other case, because it's like, well, if there's no allegations,
that's
then
not how it's gonna
or
work.
sorry, no.
No, because the other case was denied. It wasn't even like tried on merits or anything, so it doesn't matter if he had merit or not.
All
It was
right, because it was
denied.
like dismissed or something.
for anti-slap.
All right.
Anyway, so I mean, you have to find some really, you have to really find some shit in there to have it like completely undo the previous case. But if you can, if that narrative can play out, I would love to enjoy watching it. But either way, it's gonna be fun. All right, so let's see. I just closed that one. Damn it, Cosmic Dawn, how you doing? Vic needs to find a better PR team to replace and find a better lawyer. I definitely agree. I don't think he needs a PR team. But I do think he needs a more dedicated lawyer, because everything that they did from Beard, Harris, Bullock, and Hughes did not go very well in terms of late or sloppy, just real sloppy in all the filings and everything. So
Yeah, I
that could
had
definitely have gone better.
I actually had a conspiracy thought on that once, because for a law office to be that incompetent amazes me, because that is your one and only job, effectively.
Yes, but it is a very complicated job, and
True.
unless you could put like literally 100% of all your cases on hold, I don't see you could easily.
Well, that right
consider
there
it.
does show a bit of incompetence, because if that was the case, then they weren't able to handle the work they were accepting.
Well,
Money hungry is a problem too.
To be fair, like if we're being fair, there was a lot of shenanigans. Like the accuser's side would file things at the very last second, and they'd be like 600 pages. So you'd have to then reply to every single thing in the 600 pages and whatnot. But
yeah, that right there should have been dealt with by the court, because that right there is unfair as well. But our society does that.
Well, this was, I mean, it was lawfare, so I mean, it's how things are. But they go on to say he should have just gone after Marsgirl from the very beginning. No, I don't think he could have gone after Marsgirl from the beginning. The reason he went after who he did was intentional, because in order to, well, I mean, I guess you could say that because Marsgirl was sort of the progenitor of Kick Vic, the hashtag and the quote unquote movement and everything. But he had to go after the people who actually caused him the damage by firing him with the shoddy investigation and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. And then let's see. Marciano says, I just want Vic to be cast as Billy the Blue Ranger. Oh, okay. That would be weird. That was a really...
That's a weird request.
Was that a random 11?
No.
Literally said Mirage Leonardo.
I know. I was trying to make a thing. Just move on.
All right.
That was a failure.
I think we need to start over because this, I'm in a weird funk with this episode. What's it been? 5 years? These people need to get a life. I mean, honestly, though, if you really think about it, for the type of people whose, entire life is trying to get attention on the internet, it's a great life for them.
That's exactly what they want.
Are they having casting calls there? Why in the fuck is their couch on the stairs? From the tweet. Maybe they were at an acting con. Not an anime con. What's up, Jordan?
If it was that big, well.
Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin is one of the greatest songs ever made and never needs to be localized. It can be translated into different languages. Okay.
Who are you saying this to, Luigi? Might I ask?
That's a great argument.
What a stellar point. So on topic. How does Vic know who the people are who are contacting the cons? Are they sharing the emails or messages with him? See, that was the other reason why he had to sue the way he did originally, I think, is because he only had proof from what they got from Slatosh that the people who were involved because they had Rontoya and them dead to rights in the text messages. But I don't know. It's his problem. I mean, we can support him, but if he feels confident about going after it, then let's see what he does and play it from there. Now, in other news, Chris Chan, an internet personality and common troll target who is charged with incest, has been released from custody. And I don't know if you saw this. A few days later,
proving yet again,
Sonic the Hedgehog is also officially dead.
What the fuck?
On April Fool's Day, Sega released a game. It's a murder mystery, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Mm-hmm. And the timing is just too funny to not.
As long as it has Spy Family dealing with it, I'll watch it.
It won't. That's not a thing. Why? Anyway,
it's a game.
We aren't going to read either of these because cringe.
Good.
All right, so let's do pickups real quick.
All that matters, though, from that, the lesson we learned is that incest yet again is wincest.
Oh, no. No, because it's with his mom, who is an elderly woman.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying it won him out of jail.
That's out of jail for conjugal visits being too disgusting. All right. So,
Your Honor, it was incest. He's got a damn good point.
Your Honor, it was consensual.
So in pickups, let's get through this. Let's get through this before an hour. So I picked up Star Warrior, Giant Robot Action. Yes. Also, I picked up Starfire. So this was a 2-pack on eBay for these shitty East-West DVD bootleg dollar store DVDs that I've been trying to get.
I'm so glad you're so proud of your
Starfire's a
purchase.
difficult one to get. Anyway, so I also picked up from the local book off Ancient Magus Bride, and then apparently Infinite Darkness had a DVD release that we didn't talk about or know about.
It's got a Blu-ray.
It has a Blu-ray.
Yeah, so I bought that.
Apparently
and
I
then
knew about it.
this arrived shortly after last podcast. Mieruko-chan, the LE that I got for some reason. And then the world's greatest anime, I also picked up Hey Arnold, the Ultimate Collection. Also known as one of the best cartoons that ever aired, with some of the greatest music ever put to a score. All right, that's
sarcasm.
No, it's not sarcastic, you stupid.
Damn it, I was hoping it was. I do not like Hey Arnold.
Well, that's your opinion, man.
Who's next?
I got all my stuff in Discord.
Well, all right then. Let's do it.
I've got some stuff.
Video version.
JT says, "I can't believe Christiane is out of jail. Hide your moms." Improper.
I also have things if you want to do my thing.
Yes,
go for it.
Let's go for it.
Turn yourself on.
Oh, now
JT,
okay.
our moms. JT, our
our
moms are safe because it's not related to him.
I don't even want to know what you just did. Okay. I traded a buddy of mine, Princess Mononoke, the standard, because I had the AIDS edition of the limited that was god awful.
Oh no.
And picked up Endless Waltz, which I guess has a couple OVAs in it. And what else? The film. I guess there's so the Endless Waltz is a film, but also it has OVAs, so I didn't know that.
This is amazing.
What?
You had a visitor walk by.
I know.
Yeah, and it was just really funny because of the way they
every
left.
other podcast. I just didn't give a fuck because the timing just couldn't be more worse. When people decided to just
that was amazing because they left and closed the door. It was like the lewd wall art.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm shifted though. I'm shifted enough. I think that this is
Green light, you rock, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh,
It's not showing. You're good.
that's an
Okay.
amazing.
Well, I'm hopefully
10 out of
covering up
10.
most of it. Anyways.
Sorry to ruin your pickup segment.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I knew they were ruined from the start. It's whatever. Because timing, right? Timing is just the death of me today. Sailor Moon, Super S Part 2. Because I'm working my way through Sailor Moon. And Shuffle randomly. I picked up the save edition of Shuffle.
Did you get the panties?
I didn't because I picked the
No.
save edition.
That's the save edition.
I could theoretically attempt to get the panty version, but I mean,
Did you choke on them just then?
I don't know.
So just
And then,
saying,
like
I have the
you-
panties version, and just saying, even if you had a girlfriend, she could not fit in them unless
Yeah.
she was of illegal age because
Right?
they look like they're
like
made
the
for a
tiniest, like you
child.
said. Yeah, they're like the tiniest fucking.
Fuck. Didn't
Yeah.
they send like a full grown ass man pair of underwear for Catherine?
Oh,
and
I'm not
then
aware of this. I'll have to.
What you also picked up, yeah.
Mieruko-chan. Sorry.
Ellie.
Miruka-chan.
We have gotten so good at cucking Greenline when he's doing pickups, and we just
Yeah,
cannot
I know.
Shut up.
We
I'm
need a
so
cuck
sorry.
green line counter for every time,
Yeah,
Team Four,
the
yeah,
cuck
Team
counter,
4-star, what
yeah.
they did with Krillin, just like it's.
Oh yeah, counter would be nice.
For the
I
OCA
thought we
podcast
started-
with AC.
How many
I thought
times
you-
can Greenline get cucked? On
Yeah,
his
we're
own
literally
damn
doing it
pickups?
right now. Okay, everybody, shut the hell up.
And I also picked up Taco Bell. Apparently, that's what she came in here for. So,
Oh, well, congratulations
so
to
I
you.
got dinner.
All right. That sounds like a great Easter dinner. All right. So Danny picked up Treasure Island and Aim for the Ace.
Nice.
Nice.
And also a bunch of nerds.
Woohoo!
Effing Anime Addict picked up. What the fuck? When my alert for Attack on Titan final season part 2 went out, like it let me know that it had shipped. I have gotten 2 Right Stuff packages since that message went out, and neither of them contained Attack on Titan final season
Have
part
you checked the tracking number on that alert email?
Am I an idiot?
Clearly he
I
hasn't.
lied. It's right here. Hold on. Okay, so wait. I think. Have I showed this off on show?
I don't know.
If I showed this
I don't
off
think
last
so.
time,
It's
then,
what
then I
Greenline was
totally
saying.
lied. But I'm pretty sure this came after Miyaruko-chan.
Yeah,
And,
no, I don't believe you showed it off.
Yeah.
I don't think you did either.
All right. Well, things are certainly going swell right now. I feel like the flow of the podcast is just completely 100% normal.
I tried, okay?
Zero
I fought for my
does
age.
All right. Anyway, so that's cool. Segue only botched the whole show. All right. Oh, was that what? What? Wait, what am I looking at? It's connected to that, right? It's not in
No,
there.
it's not. That's a filler box. You just take. That's just.
My filler box didn't feel that off.
It's just shrink wrap to it.
Why does his box look smaller? Look at my filler box.
Oh,
It's like the same height, and his looks jank, like it's sticking out at the top, or like
No, his is just going below further a bit.
it's diagonally lined up.
Yeah.
All right.
Carry on.
Carry on, yes. Skipping all of this AIDS that should have been in another channel, thanks. Nuxie picked up Urusei Yatsura, TV series collection 1.
Oh.
Oh, heard the Marvel shows are a dumpster fire.
So why'd you get him?
They're not great, especially the Blade one is fucking awful. In the most hilarious way. Mirage Leonardo picked up The Last Ronin hardcover. More Ninja Turtles.
He's got a lot, so.
All right. These are so cool. A PlayStation 3 Greatest Hits Metal Gear Solid 4. Monster Seed, which looks like a ripoff of Monster Rancher for some reason with that logo. Oh,
He
wow.
said it wasn't.
Mega Mug picked up Xbox 360 games. I was about to chastise all these games, and Reese is like, "Ha a Switch controller."
Hold on. Go on. So I finally got the 4K replacement disc for Akira. Next. And then I got a second Joy-Con grip for up north, so I'm gonna leave that up north instead of having to take the one that I have or the Pro controller whenever I take the Switch back and forth. And then I also got Cuphead.
Oh,
which,
my mistake. You're still talking.
Yeah,
about
which carry on. Had you're just fine. Which had a quote unquote reversible art, but it's a spine unit.
Yeah, it's not reversible if it doesn't have a spine.
And it had these cards in the case too, so that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
And then I got Super Hot and Goat Simulator.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Reese heard he heard about the idea of having too many Steam games and was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that on the Switch version.
Oh, good job, Reese. Okay. So let's see.
Hold on.
Dead serious.
I
have failed us so hard. Oh my god.
Hold on, we got some comments.
Please read them.
Mirage says, I don't have any anime pickups because I'm broke as fuck. Although I'm pretty sure there was some in the Discord.
Well, that was a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff, so your claim to be broke doesn't quite hold water.
Oh, but I did win
Well, he did say their birthday.
of Black Cat manga for winning a costume contest.
Oh, good for you.
I forgot to post it in the Discord. But if any of you honestly want them, let me know.
The manga? Footum, you want those?
Wait, do I want to own them? That's
Yeah.
what it means?
Or my ghost busting Donatello costume.
Nice.
I'll consider it.
I don't need the extras because I own the entire manga already.
He's offering you volumes 1 through 8 of Black Cat.
Oh, do I have to pay? I mean, I can pay shipping if that's what it is.
You can have this conversation in the Discord.
That's what I said. I said
in the private chat on Discord, even.
Can't believe you didn't get the panties version. You're a shame there, Green Lights. Sorry.
Have you seen the panties version?
I think we've been
Does
over
Green
this
Line
before.
only have bunny girl statues based?
Based, yes.
Based.
I'm just trying to see. Oh dear Lord! I'm glad I'm not screen sharing that.
We got it finally. I don't remember which podcast AC said he was waiting for it.
What?
I think that's about your.
Oh,
Attack on
yeah,
Titan
yeah.
talk.
The Attack on Titan. Yeah. All right, here. Oh wait, what the fuck? Somebody is selling the panties from Shuffle on eBay.
On their own?
Hold on. Screen.
Are they new or used? That's the question.
They're selling them for $69.69. So
No. I was thinking, hey, that might be perfect because that's just what I'm missing because I have the box. No panties.
Wow.
Wonderful. I am so pleased with the world. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the actual topic here. Sorry. Godchild Chronicles is still coming soon. And Spectre Man, if you wanted the super gay Ultraman here, it is 4 days to go. So get on it. These go up here. Cool. All right. Now, Yarenika crowdfunded anime announced on April Fool's Day. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the meme. Great. Thanks for the response.
Nope. I'm not familiar with Yarenika.
You're not familiar with this image?
No.
You don't spend any time on 4chan? Okay.
No.
So, legendary Japanese gay internet meme Yarenika, also known as Kusomiso technique, is getting an anime production that will begin crowdfunding for the production come summer this year. While it seems like a poorly thought out April Fool's joke, it seems that this, of all things, is actually real. The anime adaptation, which will adapt Kusomiso technique alongside some other stories by the same author, will be produced by Anime Tokyo. Oh my God, what if this is the one Vic is going to get the rights to?
Oh God.
That would be legendary.
He'll be like, see, internet, I'm not homophobic.
He'd be like, checkmate.
It'd be even funnier if he got like Rape Man or something and just... Anyway.
Molested coworker, man.
The trailer for the project brings back the voice of Abe that went viral back in the day and features a cameo of Cerno from Toho, another internet meme veteran, and voiced by the woman singing Cerno's perfect math class. Homosexual happenings are about to begin in the trailer. Unfortunately, it's CG. As you can no doubtedly tell. Then there's Cerno for no reason. This is gonna be
just
an
watch.
threesome.
The only thing they make 2D is the meme scene.
You're right. It's like no, the meme scene would be even funnier if it's complete Sakuga. Anyway, so that's the thing. There you go. We'll keep tabs on it, I'm sure. All right. So in live action news, a little bit of stuff here. This is kind of a slow news week, except for the fact that I didn't read a single one of these. So, Get a Robo is getting a live action film in spring of 2025. It says here, film studio Big One announced on Tuesday that it is producing a live action film adaptation of Ken Ishikawa and Go Nagai's iconic Get a Robo super robot manga, with a planned release for the franchise's 50th anniversary in spring 2025. Big One launched a Campfire crowdfunding campaign for a pilot version of the film on the same day with a 5 million yen or $37,600 US goal. The campaign will end on April 19th. The campaign showed initial designs for the mecha in the film. So these are the designs, all right? Now, the Crunchyroll article shows you sort of what they originally looked like. So it's a massive improvement. Oh, and I should have read this other part about the... oh, please don't close these. That's the wrong button. They were saying the crowdfunding campaign notes that the pilot film will be used to test filming and production techniques, but warns backers that the project will not have an abundant budget like Hollywood films. But will be more in the line with the length and scope of Japanese films. So gauge your interest with that. Also, Junji Ito teams up with Fangoria Studios to adapt his horror manga Blood-Sucking Darkness for live action.
Wow, every Junji
I'm
Ito's
sorry, that
getting
says
adapted, it
blood
feels like.
slurping. Yeah, Junji Ito's entire discography is going to get made.
And then everyone's going to realize how ass they all are.
You're telling me this is ass? Boing, boing, boing. That's not terrifying to you?
Well, every single thing I've seen, like the Junji Ito collection, I saw like half of that, and then I read Gyo and all that, and it's like, this is all so stupid. Like without the artwork, everyone's just like, what do they have to look forward to?
All my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pickers are gifts from my mom and older sister. Fucking sorry, Hiroshi, I'm broke. Otherwise, I'd pick up. Just like, hey, everybody, look at this thing that I want to get, but I'm broke and want you to buy. Sounds about right. I'm skipping. I don't even want to read it. Am I Splinter figure? Okay, hold on. CG is outdated for years to come. Okay. Yes, pixelated character. Monster Seed is like Monster Rancher meets Fire Emblem. Oh, all right. Anime fans love anime as they are. Japanese companies just keep on ignoring their fans. Can't wait to see blood slurping. Okay, one person's hype. Sure, live action can be scary, but the medium is still too limited on the effects. Okay.
I disagree. I think the live action has a better chance at scaring you with visceral actual effects instead of 2D.
Well, I think some of
people.
I think some
An
of
actual person dying on set never happens.
I think some of Junji Ito's artwork though is creepy, like the way that he draws it. So this one not so much, but some of the stuff that he does only really works because of how his line work is done. Anyway, moving on. So also live action Drops of God trailer has been released. So this is the one about the wine collection, where in this one the daughter looks kind of manly. The daughter of the guy instead of the son of the guy is competing with his pupil for who gets to get the $400 million collection of wine or whatever. Anyway, that's a live action anime adaptation or manga or whatever.
Yep.
Also, Return of Silent Hill live action film is going to star Jeremy Irvin and Hannah Emily Anderson. So it is going to be based on Silent Hill 2. So effectively what they've done is they went 1, 3, 2, which I guess makes sense because 3 and 1 have the same characters in them. So it kind of they are sort of a continuation. But yeah, it's kind of neat that we aren't. When they did the second one, I thought maybe they were just going to skip over Silent Hill 2, which I think is the best one in the whole franchise, and a lot of people agree with me. So anyway, they're doing that. And filming is starting this month in Germany and Eastern Europe. So,
oh boy,
follows James, same director as the first two. So, anyway, looking forward to that. I'll keep you posted. And then Street Fighter film and TV rights land at Legendary. So the rights to make TV and movies about Street Fighter has gone to Legendary Entertainment, which means we can almost certainly see some terrible Street Fighter adaptations coming out in the near future.
Yeah, considering they butchered Godzilla.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't watched.
Who did the Detective Pikachu? Was that Legendary?
If it was also trash. Regardless of who it was trash. All right. So once again, I have read a grand total of 0 articles tonight. So we're all gonna enjoy this together.
Let's keep it up.
It was Legendary.
It was trash then. Double.
I'm sorry. We need screaming Mad George back for the effects. He was amazing. The daughter looks a bit sus. Oh, in the Drops of God. Okay, dog ending. That's Drops of God. Okay, we need to see. Wait, what? Oh, the dog ending for Silent Hill. Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course. The Shiba Inu endings. Yes, I agree. That would be great. Post-credit scene when. All right. So Google AI maliciously was used to delete a popular Japanese YouTuber's account. So another case of overly automated AI systems being maliciously abused with zero chance of appeal has wrought a new victim with Naoki Saito, a Pokemon the trading card game artist and YouTuber that had over 1.3 million subscribers before his entire Google account was suddenly deleted. So Naoki Saito, known for his art in the Pokemon trading card game, as well as a popular YouTube channel where he critiques art from his viewers to give advice on how to improve quickly, woke up on March 22nd to find his entire Google account, including his YouTube channel, completely gone. As explained by Naoki in a live stream on a new account, at first, he thought that pictures of girls in his videos was the reason, as Japanese art is seen as, quote, young-looking internationally. However, he does not draw much skin on his illustrations and has had no problems in the past 4 years of his YouTube career, so he suspected that it wasn't content on his videos that crossed the line. If it were just the issue of the YouTube account, Google would likely warn him separately and not delete the entire account. His Twitter followers then showed him that even uploading photos of their own kids taking a shower was being flagged as a...
What? Why would you take pictures of your own kids taking a shower and upload it to YouTube?
Holy.
Oh my God! What the fuck is wrong with people?
I'm 2 paragraphs into this, or 3 paragraphs into this 5-paragraph article, and I'm just thinking, like, fuck, this podcast is going so rough. I should have read as many articles as I possibly could, and I read a grand total of 0. What the fuck is that?
Oh, holy shit.
His Twitter followers then showed him that even uploading photos of their own kids taking a shower was being flagged as inappropriate immediately.
No shit!
I don't fucking understand what that's supposed to mean.
I think it's trying to say that.
Article?
No, I think it's trying to say people were saying that, like, they're personally, not him, personally, they were uploading.
Yeah,
like,
why were
photos
people
of their
doing
own
that?
kids. No, because hold on.
It's still.
If you have an Android phone, it automatically uploads to Google Photos and like
Mhm.
shit for
So
like
they're
backing
saying
up your
here.
photos.
Why would
I think
you
you're right
take a
because it says
picture
here.
of your own kid taking a shower?
It says here, as now
Parents
he
do that all the
keeps.
time.
It says as now he keeps his Google Drive public, so people can upload their drawings for him to critique. It's suspected that media uploaded by other users to his Google Drive was the reason, as it likely uses the same sort of rules and AI to screen content. So somebody else could have uploaded some lolicon or some shit and got his entire Google account terminated, which just seems like such a wonderful idea, Google, to just yeet out the existence of the pedophiles stuff rather than, like keep it running so that you can track them down and track where the digital files are going and bust, entire rings instead of just yeeting somebody's account. So it says here, while Naoki is relieved that it likely wasn't his own fault, it also means that the chance he's able to recover his old account is incredibly slim. Even if the actions were of malicious human intent, it's yet another example of how overly automated AI can be maliciously abused by bad actors in an age of moral policing. This is exactly what happened to us with our Amazon affiliate account.
Not quite exactly, I'd hope.
Yeah, Reese bought some children in the shower.
Excuse you, I
Oh, dear
don't
God.
do that. Thank you very much.
All right, so WTK tweeted out here. I'm going to lower this. I can't. I feel like all of a sudden I've got way too much energy, but I shouldn't be standing.
Random 11, isn't that Google backup only if you opt in?
I believe so, yeah. But like most like newbie people will say, yeah, I want to back up my photos in case my phone dies, right?
Yas, Queen.
So anyway, Verve is merging with Crunchyroll.
Yep.
So they said, what you need to know. Our goal at Verve has always been to bring our fans next level streaming content with access to the largest anime library in the world. What fucking anime did Verve have? Do they have anime?
Verve is just a multi-platform situation. You have never mind.
It's basically like subbing to multiple things at once. So it's like you have what things do they have? Because it's weird because they initially had the deal with Crunchyroll, then they backed out, and then it went with it's like High Dive currently, and now I guess it's going back to Crunchyroll
So
because
at
I
what
assume High Dive's going to
point
drop
does
out.
that antitrust thing come in to play? Like, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, I am done on this topic because I don't give a shit. I don't stream. Netflix announces a Scott Pilgrim anime starring Michael Cera and full movie cast.
It was already announced, but they
yes.
announced the cat.
The cast. Yes.
That's the new.
Yes. So it's going to have Michael Cera, Chris Evans, Brie Larson, and all the original movie cast as voice actors. Was Brie Larson in this?
Yeah, she was she was the one who.
She was Scott's ex-girlfriend,
Yeah, the singer. Yeah.
the blonde singer.
Because I remember she was in 21 Jump Street, right? She was the blonde in that.
Did she have an ass double in that too?
Oh, yeah, it was Mary Elizabeth. I was going to say, wasn't it Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
Yeah, but Mary
as
Mary
Ramona,
Elizabeth
yeah.
Winstead is Ramona.
The better character in the movie.
Right on. Okay. Anyway, does anybody else care about this? Because I'm making
interested
record
when it
time.
comes out, but
do we have an
not much to talk
announcement on
about. I don't think they said a date yet. I think it said like something. Edgar Wright, the director of the movie, came out and said like it's coming soon.
Yeah, it says coming soon. The trailer just promised that it's coming soon. All right.
Wait, so Edgar Wright's the director or something for this too?
He's the director.
Totally sounds like an anime to me. Then
he's the director of the movie. I don't know if he has any involvement with the anime. He was
Well, why would
putting
he
it
be
out
saying
to
coming
promote it.
soon?
because he was promoting it. Because he's a fan of the book. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, off to a tremendous start and middle here today. Okay, so a couple podcasts ago, we showed you guys that somebody obtained the Funimation dub, the original like band dub of Ava 3.33 or whatever the fuck it's called. Well, somebody else has made the much less hype discovery of the Star Quest dub of Royal Space Force: The Wings of the One Amis, as it's stupidly pronounced. And they've made it publicly available. So you can download it. It's on Mega Upload right there. You can watch it.
I still have to download that one.
It's totally legal.
Does it sync up with the original?
Sure.
Or
I don't think so.
The Twitter person says it is legal because of a copyright issue.
It's a lie.
So
because he says that it's a public domain in the US, but it's not public domain in Japan. So it wouldn't be
Good
public
fucking
domain
luck
in the US
arguing that in court.
Yeah. So
does
anyway,
it sync up though, or did they cut things out? Because was it? I remember.
sure am glad that loaded. I don't know if you see all these new things here. Some porn ads started loading into Sankaku Complex. I'm like,
That's why I eat the entire sidebar.
Right.
So, oh, it's just gonna be empty. It's like, yeah, for good reason.
Anyways, the anime streaming site B9 Good shut down by authorities for good. So the
Never
pirate
heard
video
of it.
streaming site B9 Good, nobody has heard of it, which was hosted in China but was marketed towards Japanese viewers, was recently shut down on March 27th after an investigation by both Chinese and Japanese authorities. So you're like, blah, 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 who cares, right? Me too. I forgot why I shared it, but I did read part of it. Hold on. The investigation on B9 Good was done by partnership of Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association, or CODA, and Chinese authorities, making this the first time China has responded, that's what it was, to Japan's request to take down content hosted in China. So previously, China's like, kiss our ass or whatever. But
We'll
now they're
bootleg
like,
everything. We don't
Suck
care.
my communist dick, Japan.
I wonder if that has to do with like the rise of manhwa or whatever. And,
because now that they're adapting Chinese stuff into anime as well, they're like, well, this is going to start to be bad for us.
Well,
that
they
might
want because what's the famous one that's getting a thing from Korea now?
Solo Leveling.
Yeah, that's from Korea, right? So they might be trying to like court Japan and say, hey, why don't you make one of our things into a proper like Japanese anime?
Yeah, because the Chinese ones are always like oh, they're like technically proficient without having any soul or whatever you call it.
Although Japan's really egotistical, so maybe they'll be, oh no, we would never do that. So I don't know.
All right, so 4 men and women in their 30s in China's Jiangsu province were arrested for suspicion of running the website, which has been up since 2008 under the then name B9DM. Great name. Whatever. According to Coda, from data by the web analysis tool SimilarWeb, between March 2021 to February 2023, there were over 300 million visitors to the site. That honestly doesn't seem like a lot for that time frame. And separately, 95% of the IPs that visited the site were from Japan. The site hosted not only pirated anime, but also TV dramas and variety programs. One of the men, 33 years old, admitted to running the site and has earned around 6 to 7 million won. Wait. That's the yen symbol, right? Is that also the yuan symbol?
Same.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's not confusing at all.
Look, China, they're so unoriginal, they can't even use an original money symbol. Jeez.
I wonder if China had it first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Considering the word kanji literally means Chinese characters. But anyway, yeah. So that's 1.2 to 1.4 billion yen, or essentially up to $1 million US. So he earned about $1 million US through the operation of the site via ads and re-uploads to other sites. The 2 women arrested were site employees helping upload the content daily. Can you imagine you live in Giga Frosty's guest house and just upload his shit all day? Because that's I'm gonna bring back that rumor. Coda intends to further pursue other anime piracy sites, especially ones named as successors or replacements to B9 Good. Okay, so don't call yourself B9 Good again or whatever. China may no longer be a safe haven for such websites, as this not only sets a precedent, but also, as discussed by a Japanese journalist, there has been a push to obtain legitimate licenses in China, with the companies obtaining licenses already helping to stamp out piracy sites within China. Wow. China
This is
going
the first
legit.
time. First time China. Yeah, China's pulling a Crunchyroll, everyone. But
Yes. Were you going to say something else?
the first time China's ever thought to themselves, you know what? Making bootlegs, knockoffs, and all this is kind of a bad thing.
Honestly, what they're
Yeah,
thinking,
let's do something.
seriously, dead serious. What they're thinking is like, we could produce their products for cheaper and also make them shit. And then they could sell them for less and make more money, right? Because they're siphoning off of their clientele, right? But now they're
Never
like,
mind.
what the fuck? Everything's digital. Like we can't make any money by ripping it off. Right? Yeah, so they're having to go legit. Anyway, okay, theater release news. Wow, there's a lot of it. I forgot why there's some. Oh yeah, that's right. It's because it's this one. All right, we'll wait on that. Okay, so San Euphonium is getting another movie
That's
release.
still going.
Yep, if you can believe
Anime
it.
thing, whatever it is.
So it looks to be a continuation in the high school or whatever after Liz and the Bluebird, right? He said,
Jizz
having
in the
only
Bluebird?
seen Jizz in the Bluebird. Right? Anyway,
Yeah.
Japanese dubbed.
Is that going to be the new Twitter logo?
What?
Sorry.
Oh, the Bluebird. Okay.
He's a-
Yes. Japanese dubbed Restars anime feature film hits theaters this summer. I forgot why. I
You're
included it.
restarted.
Restars.
Restarted. Thank you.
That's
Anyway.
my word.
Are they twins? Are they trans? What's going on? I don't know. Let's just read the synopsis. Eita Hoshizora, an 18-year-old male college student, has exceptional musical talent and singing voice, but a certain incident prevents him from singing in front of others. One day, his twin sister, Karina Hoshizawa, a top idol, asks him to stand on stage in her place,
Oh, dear.
unable to refuse her selfish sister's request. Is Eita a chick too? What? Eita pretends to be her sister. Okay. But this upsets her sponsors, and she finds herself in a situation that threatens to dry her out of the entertainment business. Eita struggles to regain her position as a top idol in the special world of show business, but well, hold on.
She struggles
Something
to regain the
something
wetness
is
after being
extremely
dried out.
fucked up in this explanation because they keep referring to the same person when they're talking about two different people.
Yeah, and I thought the first person was a
Get
dude.
the fucking down there. What the?
Yeah, see, it's like even they don't know how to describe it.
A 18-year-old male college student has exceptional musical talent and singing voice, but a certain incident prevents him from singing in front of others. One day, his twin sister, Karina, a top idol, asks him to stand on stage in her place. Unable to refuse her selfish sister's request, Eita, the 18-year-old male college student, pretends to be... No, seriously, Did the writer at Crunchyroll decide to translate this with female pronouns because this point, The
Fuck
character
that,
is
dude.
pretending to be his sister. Oh, he's pretending to be a girl, therefore he is a girl, therefore he she her pronouns, right? Is that what's happening here?
The standards are pretty low to be considered the other gender now, I guess.
This is unbelievable. And then they go.
I'm
sister
wearing
and brothers.
earrings today. I guess you're
Wow.
a girl now.
Well, I don't have anything else to say. That was something.
I'm glad you read that.
Yep, me too. So
My
great.
life is more complete now.
Every choice I've made on tonight's podcast has been the right one. It's Ranma, but an idol show. Oh. Okay, so also Pole Princess is dancing to theaters. So that CGI, it's going to be theater quality.
Oh, okay.
There you
And
go.
here I thought it was a hentai with the name you just gave it.
Well,
Pole Princess.
unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, she is a pole dancer.
Can you
Unfortunately,
imagine asking for that ticket at the theater? Can you, one ticket for Pole Princess at 9 p.m., please?
unfortunately,
After
women
dark.
have ruined pole dancing by taking the eroticism out of it. Okay, also, Momo Films to distribute Ramayana, The Legend of Prince Rama in Canada. So if you guys are
Whoa.
interested in seeing this in theaters, there you go.
Oh, it looks like a great
Go,
film.
Footnum and Random 11. Woo!
Tell me how much
Yeah,
you
we're-
enjoy it.
We're gonna have to get an exclusive view of this and then be the only two people in Canada to watch it.
All right, I'd like to show you this article that had to change its title about the Super Mario Brothers movie because the original title was a harsh review titled "The Super Mario Brothers movie has all the charm of an unplugged Game Boy."
Ouch.
Written by Richard Brown.
Oh my god! Wow. An
yeah.
unplugged Game
No
Boy.
batteries. With no batteries, obviously.
With no battery.
I was just like, wow, it's portable.
They gave the movie 2 stars. Now, this is my favorite part. They got so raped for this title that they changed it to one that sounds like it's trying to be an insult and also a compliment. The Super Mario Brothers movie delivers what Nintendo has been successfully doling out for 40 years. Well, that's
Oh
great.
my
It's
God.
You liked it then. Oh, 2 stars. Oh, I guess you're not a fan of the games they've been doling out. Anyway,
Dude, they don't even know what a game is. They don't know how a game station works and that doesn't need to be plugged in.
N64?
I said a game station, you idiot.
N64?
God.
You said Game Station? No, continue.
all right, I'm just going to open all these tabs so we can talk about the Super Mario Bros. movie.
I'm probably gonna do it
Is
after
there,
you guys
is there any
talk
Mountain
about.
Dew in with all that tab?
So, former Luigi actor John Leguizamo says, "Hell no!" to watching Super Mario Brothers movie due to casting. They messed up the inclusion. We should have got his voice for the thing. So John Leguizamo is doubling down on criticizing Universal and Illumination's animated film, The Super Mario Brothers movie, which cast Chris Pratt and Charlie Day in the leading voice roles of Mario and Luigi. Now, my favorite take from this was Ben Shapiro posted Latino actor angry he can't play Italian or something like that. So, yeah, John Leguizamo played. Fuck, he's high. Played Luigi in the live action Mario, of course. Now he said when asked by the actor told TMZ on the day Super Mario. This is the day the movie came out. Super Mario Bros. Movie opened in theaters. He won't be watching it. Okay, great. So here's what he said: "No, I will not be watching. They could have included a Latin character," Leguizamo added. "Like, I was groundbreaking, and then they just stopped the groundbreaking." Actual words he spoke. They messed up the inclusion. They disincluded. Just cast some Latin folk. We're 20% of the population. You frickin' fricks. The largest people of color group, and we are underrepresented. When asked again by TMZ,
they need Asians in the voice cast
Would he
too.
be-
Where were those?
Would he be mad if they had actual Italian voice actors for both Mario and Luigi?
I think it would. I think it would be extra funny if they made up a Hispanic brother, like a third brother. We had the three amigos, like
Z Luigi.
And then he's voiced by Pedro Mario, voiced by Pedro Pascal.
Oh well, you've ruined my transition, but I did think it was funny. Jack Black wants Pedro Pascal to play Wario in the next Mario movie. I just thought it was an extra rubbing it in that he picks a Latin actor, but it doesn't fit John Leguizamo. Anyway, so I think Elon Musk should play him personally. Anyway, let's just done. Let's move it on. All right, so that way we don't fuck up the timestamps. So the Super Mario Brothers movie star Anya Taylor-Joy says she was only interested in voicing a modern Princess Peach. Quote, "I felt like we could create a more three-dimensional character." I mean,
But
she is
in Super Mario 64, she was three-dimensional.
Yeah. But she this is probably the most polygon she's ever had. I'll give him that. Anyway, so she goes on to say stuff like, "When I was first approached about playing Peach, I was A, extremely honored, but B, a little hesitant because in my head, before I met everybody, I thought, oh, I really want to do this, but I only want to do it if she's a modern, not only princess, but ruler."
I was so honored that I didn't want to play what her character usually
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I was so honored to ruin this character. Now, Shigeru Miyamoto explains, quote, "strong and brave Princess Peach in the Super Mario Brothers movie." So I just want to say,
Why he was behind it.
yeah, I'm gonna reread this headline the correct way. Shigeru Miyamoto paid to encourage people to forgive strong and brave Princess Peach in Super Mario Bros.
I was like,
Yes.
how much did he get paid to say that?
So many have noticed the added boldness in Princess Peach's personality from the Super Mario Brothers movie, and series creator Shigeru Miyamoto explained the reasoning behind the evolution of the character. Miyamoto explained Peach's personality and more in a video interview that we won't watch. According to the Super Mario Bros. Creator, in the video games, the developers needed to make it simple and easy to understand what the objective is. So they kept her as a damsel in distress so that the players could easily understand her role. Miyamoto also mentioned that they always wanted to make her bold and show more sense of responsibility as a princess. So for the movie, they decided to make her a more assertive character who was capable of fighting. Japanese internet denizens commented on the matter, saying, quote, "Peach always fought since way back then. Nowadays, you see people saying she's stronger than Bowser, so she gets caught on purpose."
Yeah, because she wants to get pounded by Bowser.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Once you go Bowser,
Once you go
Koopa.
Once you go Jack Black, you never go back. Come on, man. The joke is right there.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen Bowser's Grab and Smash?
The game is pretty much a metaphor. I mean, the plumber
Going down
comes
a
to
pipe.
fix the pipes. The mushroom heads. I mean, come on.
Peach, put it in the peach, you know.
Georgia Peach.
Oh. You know, the turtles with the heads going in and out of the shell. I mean, come on. The whole game is just an allegory for sex.
I mean, pipe diving. Come on.
It's more like Super Sex World, am I right? Super Sex Odyssey.
Oh my God. So come on, don't bend over for political correctness. Just admit that since she's a princess, her role is to be rescued. Well, she was playable and unparalleled in Mario USA, Super Mario Bros. 2. True. I mean, she could basically fly. She was Neko Peach in Mario 3D World. Wow, that is a comment. Peach also fights in Super Smash Bros. Unlike Breath of the Wild Zelda. I'm sure Miyamoto is also annoyed by the politically correct twist they're giving her.
I think I know why Random 11's laughing, because Zelda's in Smash too.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing against Zelda right now, and I've just smashed her to oblivion.
Twice, actually.
All right, great. Smash that girl. It's just them being conscious of political correctness, right? The general idea wasn't around in the past, so she was made to be a woman who needed to be rescued. She was beating up enemies with frying pans since Mario RPG. Well, that's true.
But that's sexist because she's using a kitchen equipment.
She also uses a parasol or a parasol or whatever.
Where does she pull all them damn turnips out of? Is what I want to know.
The ground.
Saying she has always fought, then going on about her change now, isn't that just admitting to bending over to political correctness? This totally feels like an alibi. There's no way they were thinking about that back when they were making the game. People will be angry if they don't make a Black Princess Zelda now.
Oof.
You people would be angry if they do make a Black Princess Zelda.
Yeah, you know what? I guess she's just gotta have to be Asian.
You know, they need to make Bowser black in the sequel.
The next work will feature Peach with short hair and a buff body. Shit, I wish I had read these.
They make Bowser black, and he's like, he's entrance like, I'm back in black.
I know. It just need to have Abby from The Last of Us as Princess Peach. Oh. Just make Princess Peach black already. Rainbow Road was just a strategic placement by LGBT. Oh, okay, you can watch the movie.
I just want to say, for all of the ribbing about Boss Peach, at least we're talking about Boss Peach and not Mario and Luigi are gay, and
they're like, brothers.
Wait,
I know. You think that would stop them? This is like the tiniest of issues that I would have with the movie.
I absolutely despise the way that the light shades over her nose in this.
Is it just me? I just got a good look at this. Is it just me, or does she look like a fucking reject toy?
Yes.
With those dick sucking lips.
Well, Reese, good for you, man. You can think about that later.
Is her head usually that big?
In the movie, it is. But the movie's style.
No, like they've got the image right here. Look at how huge her fucking earrings are supposed to be compared to how big they made them. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it's more specifically just this image, but boy, did they make her look awful there.
And the funny thing is, like, she's going on about how, the character needs to be like 3-dimensional and all. She was a pretty one-note character. Like, she doesn't have any character growth.
Yeah, I hear that she like simps for Mario throughout the movie too.
Very slightly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hinted at.
She loves her man, maybe.
I mean, like I said, for all of the like bluster that people are talking about, Boss Girl and her comments about I need to be like a modern whatever, the movie itself actually wasn't terrible. Like in that respect.
So,
question, Random 11: are you saying that it is possible that all of this hype about her being boss bitch was a false way to gear up people's anticipation for the movie?
As much as it is, she still did all that crap in the trailer.
That's true.
You can't undo
Just
that.
bringing it up.
So, real quick, Mars Leonardo says that time I got reincarnated as an Artie's Angel stripper pole. I don't get the reference.
I thought he was going to say it's an Arby's beef
What's that, man?
sandwich. I was like, well, short-lived life, I guess.
Is that his preferred brand of stripper pole by any chance?
I guess so. What was that one that you came up with, Reese?
About what?
Reincarnated as a whore. What was it?
Oh, defending my virginity in another
In
world.
another world. Yeah. Sorry,
That's
I
like
remembered
everything.
Vic saying whore. That was like right where you came up with that when we were watching that the first time. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Chris Pratt responded to criticism towards his voice acting and said, quote, well, this is a passionate fan base, so it makes sense, right? That's his response. However, Seth Rogen says Donkey Kong sounds just like him because, quote, I was very clear. I don't do voices.
Why
Well,
were you
better
chosen
hire
to
him.
play this?
He said,
Because
quote,
he's saying all the right notes with like that Santa thing he did and all that.
I was very clear. I don't do voices. And if you want me to be in this movie, it's going to sound like me, and that's it. Like,
You get
That's
this.
fine.
You get the
They
Rogan
could've-
when you get me.
They could have cut out like the Rogan laugh, which they have in there like 2 or 3 times.
they should have cut him out
Wow.
altogether. Why is he in this?
Because he was the
He's
first
not even.
villain.
He's not the worst character though. The
That's-
worst
Oh,
character.
no.
That is unfortunate. Is it
The
the,
worst
the,
char-
the
it-
blue
it-
spirit
No.
thing?
No, that's
it
actually
brings
fine.
concern that he's not the worst character, but he's openly admitting that he was not prepared for this role.
Well, that's not really.
Oh
what he
yeah,
said,
for
but
sure.
That's not
Who was
really
the
what I said,
worst?
but yeah.
The worst character is Cranky Kong.
Oh,
Is who?
Danky Kong?
Cranky
Oh,
Kong.
Cranky Kong. He
Not
he's
Stanky
very
Kong.
nasally, and he's like, I don't know, nasally, and he's like he's supposed to be an old man king, and he's like,
Hey, how
Oh,
did
Mario.
this scene go?
quick.
Quick.
You know, I wasn't paying attention to the post in the back.
What were you doing during this movie, I wonder?
I'm sure he was looking in the foreground where the stuff
What
that's
happened during this
happening
scene?
is.
I wasn't
and,
watching it.
and not to try to figure out what the visual artifact I'm anally obsessed with was.
Anally
I feel-
obsessed with.
Random 11, would you get distracted by some chick dropping her popcorn? Alright,
There was
continue.
no chicks dropping any popcorn in my theater.
What the fuck? Okay. All dudes,
Well,
all
all
the
right.
time. Well, you like it.
This
Or they
is-
barefoot. Never mind. Continue.
There was no like. How could they be barefoot or not barefoot? There was none.
I should have just called in sick tomorrow and done the show. This is the weirdest energy. All right, so Seth Rogen really wants there to be a Donkey Kong Country movie.
For him to not act in.
And also,
He doesn't
Charlie Day on a Luigi's Mansion movie. Let's make this happen. And literally, you could ask anybody, and they'd be like, "Yeah, man, totally. Let's give me more work.
Give
Give
me
me
that-
another million."
Give me that kids movie money! Yeah.
Also, the
Okay,
DK
wow.
rap composer went uncredited in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, the credit
Oh.
was like Donkey Kong rap from the game.
So-
It
Oh, they
just
have the
says
picture. yeah.
Donkey Kong
Wait.
64.
The DK Donkey Kong, you know, he's the king of the jungle one. They had that in
Yeah.
there, and they didn't credit the guy.
I bet you
Donkey Kong.
anything by the time this gets onto physical media, this will have his name there.
It better.
I mean, it should have the.
The fact that it just says from the game.
that
is
might
so
be the only
fucking
reason I'm gonna be happy after I see this movie.
It's great
I
to
love
see
that
that
piece of
Mr.
music.
Blue Sky by ELO and Thunderstruck by AC/DC are going to be in this movie.
man.
Why?
Seems like that's exactly what the
So,
movie
Why
needs.
Blue Sky?
That's
Okay.
That's
one of my-
Illumination's thing. They put that in fucking everything.
Dude,
That's
Mr.
one of
Blue
my
Sky gave
bigger-
us everything, man.
Yeah, that's one of my bigger complaints with the movie is the
The pop
Well,
culture.
the biggest complaint is the pacing. It's 100% what makes the movie not good. But the other issue is, or another issue is the licensed music. There's like Thunderstruck, the I Need a Hero, Mr.
Really?
Blue Sky. There's another one I can't remember. Take on Me.
Take
Oh,
on me.
It's not at the
Is that
ending.
what happened when Jinx made
That's
that
not
face
the ending.
earlier?
So isn't that what you sent that was supposed to be replaced? Like they replaced it, and you said, "Whatever, we'll talk about it later." It doesn't need to be said.
But so the big thing for me is they even shows songs that have iconic scenes from other movies. Like I Need a Hero is iconic for the Trek 2 scene, right? Mr. Blue Sky's been in a bunch, but just recently Guardians 2 had a pretty iconic scene with the opening with Mr. Blue Sky.
Fucking Megamind as well, right?
Well, it's to me where my negative energy is coming from is like, man, they're using stuff that we always hear.
Or
Not that I
Take
not
on
that I
Me
hate
just
this
in
music.
general.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to fight you on that.
Take on Me
but-
didn't need to be in there at all. To be honest, I didn't even notice Thunderstruck. Someone mentioned it afterwards, and I was like, Thunderstruck was in it. So that one might have been the
the
There
riff.
might be the time when you blacked out, you know.
No,
when
it
that
might have been
one
in
moment
this.
was.
It might have been in the movie. And I just the thing about music and sound design in movies, right? Is if you start to actually notice it, they fucked up, right? Your
I don't
goal
know so
is
much about that.
make an experience for the viewer so that they're paying attention to the plot.
Honestly,
So,
I don't know,
might
man.
have
When,
missed
when the music in
Thunderstruck.
when we
The
watched the one
funniest-
the other day, and that shit started going down, that music kicked in. No, every minute
That
was
was at the
wrong.
very credits, though.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The music kicked in, the movie kept kicking ass. So.
All right. So I will say this. One of the funniest things about this is if they had just credited him, nobody would even have it would not have raised his profile at all. The fact that I even know this guy's name is simply because they did not credit him.
So you're
Right?
saying publicity stunt? Gotcha.
No, I'm not saying it's a publicity stunt. I'm saying it worked in his favor.
Yeah,
but then that would be an amazing
it
publicity.
brought more attention to his name.
Yeah, it's good for him. Good
Feel
job.
you. I feel you.
All right. I'm moving
Well,
on.
I have a question though, because
Go ahead.
my anticipation that my biggest problem with this would be that they're just going to abuse fan service throughout the whole thing. Because that's the only thing that people are probably thinking is like, oh yeah, it's a fun movie, because that's what people are saying. And I'm assuming it's because they're seeing things and being like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that.
There's
Oh,
no
they're
boot
doing
in it. I just
they're
need to
doing
know
the
if
thing.
boot's in it.
They're doing the thing in the games. Oh,
The
they're doing
what?
the other thing in
the
the other
boot,
games.
the green boot that you
Oh.
that his power up.
I didn't notice it, but they do go heavy with a
Yeah.
ton of references.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
that's
And-
what I've
and
heard. And
at
if
the
you're
beginning
a
of the
fanboy,
movie-
you're gonna be giggity throughout the whole thing, and if you're not, it's gonna be really fucking annoying.
At the beginning of the movie, I'd say it's almost to a detriment of the movie.
Mm.
Like the beginning of the movie was slow to get to the point where Mario gets into the Mushroom Kingdom, and it was slow because they kept throwing in all these Easter eggs that didn't really do anything to the plot. It was just like, hey, you remember this? Remember this? And there were some good scenes in the beginning, but there was a lot of fluff. But then once we get into the Mushroom Kingdom, it's like the pacing goes crazy, and it feels like every time Mario meets someone, they're already walking away from him, and he has to run to catch up to them and follow them to wherever they're going. And
Which further adds to the idea that it's like, okay, remember this character? Okay, we're on to the next one. Remember that character?
Yeah,
Okay, on to the next.
It's very awkwardly paced, and it's like you could have just had the character stop and talk to Mario for a minute instead of this weird walking and talking thing.
They've got to
And it
keep
would've-
things moving, otherwise ADD kids would get bored.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it
why
would've
they
fixed
even
the
bothered.
From Illumination, creators of Coco Melon.
It would have fixed the pacing without extending the runtime. You just
You
have
know,
to
it would
change
it,
what was
it reminds
happening.
me
in
of
the
why
scene
I
a little
like
bit.
the Pokemon movie, the one everyone picks up, the Detective Pikachu, because even though it has that cringe ending, the movie really does have a
The
great
ending
pacing.
is the cringe part for you. Okay.
Look, man.
The fucking beginning is the most cringe thing I have
Not
ever
gonna say
seen.
it's not cringe, but it's paced very well.
Of
Like
which
in the way they
the
play,
first
the way they
Pokemon movie?
introduce
Detective
you to things
Pikachu.
doesn't. Yeah, Detective Pikachu. Like it, they don't really drag. Like an introduce you thing. If you don't know anything about the Pokemon series, you can still pick into this. But the whole Mario thing, from what he's saying, is like they're just slapping you left and right with a reference and trying to make sure you get it.
One
Which
big
is
solution
fine,
to
but
this,
not at the detriment of the plot.
one big solution to this would have been if they didn't go with the whole "let's make a Mario origin story." If they just established like, "Hey, Peach, it's me, Mario," and they already know like
It's me,
Peach
Mario.
and
Yeah.
Donkey Kong and all this stuff. If everyone just assumed everyone played the games, because they really will have, or they'll have at least seen it throughout their existence, and then just get right into it, even have a different
Imagine
problem.
making Mickey Mouse the movie, and in the movie you see his
Meets
life
everyone.
story, and he meets all the characters. Like fucking
That was
God, that
another
would be.
thing that bugged me in the movie is Mario would meet someone and then like a scene later he's like best friends, we've known each other forever, and it's like
You don't
That's
think
what I mean.
how it
This
is
crap
with
was
Chris
made
Pratt?
for babies.
they're saying things to each other. It's like you just met this person, you would not be saying that, and like so yeah, that kind of thing bugged me as well.
Yo, Mario,
No,
want to
that's-
do some suck later?
Overall, that's why I think the movie wasn't very good, but it could have been. It could like without changing too
So,
much, it could have been.
It
a
had
lot
the largest opening weekend for a video game movie ever.
Yes, and for an animated movie ever.
Yeah, which
It's
is
again one of those kind of things. It's like,
Can
it's
you
got such a
believe they
broad-
waited this long to sell out? But do you think that it's going to
Beat
top
Frozen 2.
Sonic, or do you think it's just the opening weekend and people haven't found out how shit it is yet?
Top Sonic in what? It already did.
Well, in the opening weekend, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about the entire.
Oh, you
the
think it's going to
entire
keep the
thing?
heat? is what he's asking.
Yeah.
You think it will? It probably has more
Well-
appeal worldwide than Sonic, right?
I mean, Sonic had the benefit of the. Okay, well, depending on how you want to look at it, Sonic the first one was
Had-
released right at the beginning of COVID.
Right.
So there was a detriment to the numbers, but it also had no competition.
Yeah.
So you could look at it like those two ways. With Mario, I don't think there's another really big movie until Guardians, which comes out next month sometime.
I
So
mean, John Wick, but that's
John
a
Wick came out
totally different
last week though.
Yeah, but it's a
John Wick
totally
was
different.
before.
It's not
That too.
animation, right?
But like in
Martin.
terms of people that go see like opening night and stuff.
Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad to think of? I was like, John Wick 4, but that's a totally different market. Except for each one of us would go see both.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What did you guys like better, Sonic or this?
I haven't seen the Mario movie yet, but I don't know. It's
I haven't seen it either, and I plan to see neither.
I can tell you this: it can't be worse than Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, it's tough. I would say it edges out.
Is there a flossing scene?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
it's gonna be
Thankfully.
hard not to top.
I think Sonic is actually slightly better.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's
the Sonic
probably-
the Sonic movie, the first one. I haven't seen the second one, but the Sonic first one was actually, I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I thought
It's
it was
probably
good.
better than Detective Pikachu, I would think.
Oh, the
No,
Sonic movie
I-
is definitely better than Detective Pikachu.
I can't imagine
No, the
anything
Mario
being
movie.
worse.
You're gonna be okay, man. I'm sorry that it hurt you.
So anyway, are we cool with moving on? Because
Yes.
record time here. All right, so you guys remember we talked about that 3D art that did very convincing 2D style animation of Ranma? Well, they finished it. Woohoo!
They finished it.
Well, they
thought
finished
they already
that
did that.
scene.
Go back to 2D animation, please. The
I
world
mean,
is
it
beautiful.
looks pretty decent. There's a slight I forget, I don't know what you call it, but like where the people slide around, especially
Drifting.
during the 3D pan.
Yeah, drifting's not a bad way to describe it.
Yeah. So that happens a little bit, but I mean, if you took a couple extra passes at it with some editing, like you could fix the positioning of the models and fix that.
Yeah. I mean, it looks amazing.
Well,
like
it actually, it's more that the background is half 3D and half 2D that is causing that effect, I think, because they're using a 3D camera with a non-3D, entirely 3D background. Like the background was generated in 3D, but it's being used like, see, that's clearly 3D, right? But then this is like a still almost, not that. The next one.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this is
that one
straight rendered and how much of this is like
this probably took
Putnam,
more
you were
time.
thinking the same thing.
This probably took more time than the shitty style of CG and just animating it in 2D by hand. Like to get it to look this authentically 2D probably took significantly longer than both of those options together. Anyway. Moving on. So I just wanted to remind you because
Mashal's out.
Yeah. Hype for Mashal. Hold on. I have to in order to get fucking videos, I have to disable JavaScript. In order
I
to
just
get
want him to
tweets,
mash his enemies into paste.
in order to get tweets, I have to enable JavaScript. Yeah, so I just love the idea of, you know, Chad Bro walks into Hogwarts. it's just so fucking funny.
Just snaps his finger snaps his vine at the ceremony. Is like, yes.
I just like the idea of like you know, kids riding around you know, doing like Quidditch, where he just takes the broom and breaks it. You know, just,
he's like jumping up and grabbing this
like a fucking what was that movie in like Space Jam when like when they have the characters that are I can't remember, I think it was Space Jam where they start playing basketball with the Looney Tune character that they crammed into a ball. Like just imagine this character showing up and it's just so Chad at Hogwarts. Like that'd be so fucking hilarious. Can't wait to see it. Okay. And then the next one, Delinquent School manga Windbreaker is getting a TV anime adaptation. So they are going with the localized title Fart. So that's unfortunate.
Seriously?
What?
No.
Why the fart?
It's called Windbreaker.
Well, this movie will be a gas.
April Fool's was 9 days ago, okay?
Do they eat beanie weenies throughout the entire movie?
So Rurouni Kenshin, I just wanted to show you some of the
Ooh, hold on.
This is the new Kenshin. I'll show you how the characters are looking pretty decent.
Hold on, was that Best Girl?
Depends
Who's
on
Best
who
Girl?
Best Girl
Depends on who
is,
Best
because
Girl
no,
is.
it's not Misa Makimachi.
You can have your opinion on mine.
And your opinion is wrong, Lance.
Do you think they're going to include more creepy scenes that make you question his writing?
No, really. I'm gonna have to watch it out of morbid curiosity just to find out. All right, so also Hell's Paradise anime. I just wanted to remind you of the genie. There it is. You've been reminded.
You're a true hero.
God damn it.
Reminding us of the
Reminding us of
important
what?
part.
Stupid JavaScript. Fix your fucking website, Crunchyroll. All right, anyway, wow, great job, me. This is just fantastic. Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card sequel anime announced. For fuck's sake, JavaScript, kill me.
It'll be the death of you at this point, so.
All right. So just trust me that there's an image there. In better magical girl news.
We do not deal in trust me bros here.
Unfortunately, Crunchyroll only deals in those. All right, so Magical Girl Destroyers.
Is airing.
They're why are they just calling it Magical Destroyers now?
Yeah.
Was the other one too misogynistic a title?
Apparently.
Anyway, you can hear the OP, which is not what I would consider metal, but I fucking love the what do you even call those? Like the onomatopoeia sounds or whatever they throw in. Fucking hilarious. Anyway, all right. Heroine is the most desirable in Tokyo Mew Mew. Who cares? But the art for the new Tokyo Mew Mew looks pretty fucking legit.
I'm really hoping they actually dubbed this all the way through.
Sentai has this, right?
Did they? Did they have
Yeah,
the
it's on
original
High
one? 'Cause
Dive.
they never released the original one out here, as far as I
I
know.
think High Dive has the remake or whatever this one's.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip to the omakes.
He's skipping to the bukakes.
Yep, right here. This is where they.
What the fuck?
That would have been perfect if I had time to look better. Oh my god, how many more are there? There's.
This is true. This is truly a female's fan service anime. Look at all the topless guys.
Look at that topped girl.
Females.
Female fan service.
Fan service, yes.
If this is what the females are into, sign me up.
Can't consider me a female.
Hey, I legitimately have a ton of guys. I know a ton of dudes that will admit
ACB
they
like,
like
if
Sailor
this is
Moon.
what females are in, cut my balls and call me a woman.
You should have said "cut my balls and call me daddy," but if that's what you want, man, you can.
I think
whatever.
Valance meant the lesbians.
I haven't known that many guys who actually ever watched this, but Sailor Moon, everyone knows.
Well, Sailor Moon was on when like Pokemon was on,
dude.
Right
dude,
before
I don't
Pokemon.
know why guys
This
wouldn't
appeared
watch
during the
that
kids
when we
to
were
the kids.
penetration scene.
I don't know. Maybe my time slots were weird because this came on just as often as
That's it.
Sailor Moon did for me.
All right, now in an even greater, god damn it, in an
being
even
cut by your
greater
own
type.
computer.
There's a
You
new
can do it,
anime
AC.
coming out.
There it is.
Hold on. I'm sorry for the timestamp. Go back. What was the name of that last show we were just looking at?
Mew Mew Power
Tokyo Mew Mew.
or Tokyo Mew Mew.
Tokyo Mew Mew New.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting they added the new at the end.
We need some way to differentiate it.
Reese.
Is that in Tokyo Mew Mew New?
What?
Tokyo
just
Mew
Tokyo
Mew
Mew
New.
Mew New.
I just said new. Good God.
Did you really fuck up the timestamps for that?
With the heart. It's calling it second season. Okay.
Why don't you just
I was
ask
like-
Random 11 what the timestamp was?
Holy shit!
No. This is a season 2 of Tokyo Mew Mew New.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I'm moving on.
I'm asking that because we got
Dear
Tokyo
Lord.
Mew Mew New in the solicitations on Night Stuff.
Cool. Let's
So
look
that's
at it
this
soon.
is what we just looked at with season 2 of it.
Right
Wait,
on.
they've already put it on.
Let me tell
Blu-ray?
you about. I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. TV anime.
Hot for teacher, I guess. What the fuck?
Anyway, sadly,
I
the
saved your
trailer,
life.
which
Help me
apparently
get-
is blocked because of JavaScript, the trailer sadly is not risque at all, and it doesn't seem like. So the actual title is "I'm giving the disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness. I'll spoil her with delicacies and style to make her the happiest woman in the world."
Oh.
Wow.
So
Someone
suddenly
wants
it's
it
lost
real
its
bad.
That paints a
appeal.
very different picture.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know.
All right. TMS just since it's only 2 hours in, TMS Entertainment is restructuring to give a higher base salary to their employees. So,
wow.
Let's see. Creators of Loop on the 3rd and Rent a Girlfriend. Oof. They got the whole spectrum there, huh?
Wow.
Announced on Monday that starting this month, the base salary for company employees has increased by an average of 30%. This increase
Holy
includes a
crap.
24% rise in starting salary for new employees from 210,000 yen to 260,000 yen, or $1,980 per month, which is less than I have to spend on rent. So
Yeah, but they're not living in the good old California.
I would be more than happy to trade. Just saying. This only affects salaried employees at TMS Entertainment, which includes those in production, sales, office workers, and some animators. Wow, they're gonna make almost nothing. Yay! Like many anime studios across Japan, the company uses freelancers to fill its anime production ranks, who likely will not benefit from this increase. So what's probably happening is they're going to get rid of most of their animators and put them into a freelance thing so they can raise the value for everybody else.
For the record, Lance is not free. I'm not being given
freelance. Gotcha. Freelance. I can get it. He is a slave.
I just want to crush Lance's hopes and dreams. Mew Mew New does not have a dub on the Blu-ray.
Rip. If only we could have gotten to the right stuff segment.
Why didn't they just use that fucking program you guys used to dub it? That would have done at least a job.
No,
because those freaking fricks don't know how to use it. Apparently, neither do I.
Dub it in sign language.
Continue.
All right. I lost my train of thought on this.
Can we have one pickup section where I'm not sad, please? Not pickup section, release section. Sorry, I'm so depressed right now. It's not the migraine.
To balance out the ratio between the base salary and yearly earnings and stabilize the income of its employees. So basically, they wanted to give their CEOs a boost, but they had to bring everybody else along for the ride. In comparison to the other studios in Japan who have publicly confirmed salaries for staff members, MAPPA is currently hiring for its production department with a salary that starts at $1,823, including overtime. Studio Ghibli hired for Miyazaki's latest film at $1,898 per month, and Kyoto Animation's salary is $1,412. Are you fucking serious?
Holy hell.
How cheap is food and housing? I spend more than that on both.
I'm starting to wonder if Japanese people have to pay like property taxes or anything like that. Because
no, that is one of the benefits of Japan. Is if you can buy the place you live in, it's basically yours.
Oh, it almost sounds like they love their citizens.
No, that's not really what that's about. But
I know, but it almost sounds like it. Continue.
No, if they loved their citizens, they wouldn't have censorship and mosaics.
It should be noted that the cost of living in Kyoto, where Kyoto Animation is 30% lower than Tokyo. Okay.
Wow.
Sounds like it's 1,000% lower than California.
What about Fukushima?
All right. So let's see. So I saw this, and I just want to thank you, Mirage Leonardo, for being the contributor of 100% of this podcast. Food Wars creators announced a new manga. It's coming out April 10th, tomorrow.
I've heard about this.
It's called Tenmaku Cinema. So I just want to point out
Movie Wars.
Yeah, I just want to point out that previously Food Wars creators made a show about making food that made people orgasm, and now they're talking about movies and stuff, and like he's holding like a cell phone and basically being a YouTuber.
So they're gonna make snuff porno.
It just seems to me like they are stealing the premise of the OCA podcast, creating content that makes people ejaculate.
True. Hashtag
We
relatable.
better sue them.
Yeah. Hashtag.
Okay, you see
We're
what's
gonna
funny
sue
is
those whores.
there's like all
Justice
these like
for
special little
OCA.
kind of things y'all could have entered right there. You know, like a certain someone saying he was gonna come or something stupid. We could have had one of those moments where it just flipped over to it, but no, I was let down sitting here
All
waiting
right.
for it.
I'm gonna let you down even further. Rick and
Cool.
Morty is getting its own manga.
I don't know if that's letting me down.
So it
It's a comic
officially,
also. Yeah, right?
Rick and Morty should officially be added to my anime list, right?
It's already on my anime list because of the anime commercials.
Okay, that's a thing. Is
Specials,
it a
not
manga
commercials.
or is it a comic?
He
it's
literally
not
just
made in
said
Japan.
manga.
I want you to take a look at this, and you tell me if this is a manga.
This is clearly a comic.
This
But
is
is
it
clearly
Right to
a
left.
how to
manga.
draw manga.
No,
Is
no,
it
no.
red, right to left?
It says the manga, so clearly it's a manga.
Well, you know what's funny is
can't
Rick and Morty likes to
legally
be full of
say
shit
that.
too, so it's possible.
What? What if we could get it established that it legally cannot be called a manga and it has to change its name to Rick and Morty, the graphic novel?
We
Okay,
sue
look,
them.
okay. Under facts, a manga is right to left, right? A comic is left to right.
Oh, well, I mean that's
Oh,
not
that's
the
not true.
That's not the defining factor.
Manga's also
but,
made in Japan.
but the cool 2T says enslaved lands.
What the hell?
That's-
Oh,
Honestly, that's really what freelance work is. Let's be
my
honest.
enslaved Lance job.
When I was a young boy.
Anyway, so with Alyssa M. Sala, who apparently wrote something called Weeaboo spelled incorrectly as the writer, and Jay Odin said as the illustrator, and Christopher Crank as the letterer, Rick and Morty, the manga, Volume 1, Get in the Robot Morty, is touted as the first of new manga-styled adventures for the duo. Yep, it's about as manga as Scott Pilgrim. Moving on.
Oh no, Corey in the house.
Sadly,
The greatest
I've
anime
got
ever.
something else. Oh, did I open the wrong?
What porn
Good
tab did
job,
you open?
me. I opened the archive because I'm a fucking idiot.
It's okay.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. All right. In very real news from the Florida Standard,
Uh-oh.
a graphic novel depicting student shooting teacher found in Florida middle school libraries. The story describes the low-performing
Oh my
misfit students as heroes for their attempts to kill their teacher.
You're kidding me.
And I was like
Assassination
horrified
Classroom.
when I looked at the manga and then I just had to laugh. Like it was like
Tampa, Florida. Days after a young woman shot to death 6 innocent people in a Nashville school. No, in the Nashville school? Oh, she was okay. Let me start that over. Days after a young woman shot to death 6 innocent people in the Nashville school she once attended, one Florida parent discovered a book series in Hillsborough County Public Schools about students who bring assault rifles into the classroom and try shooting their teacher to death. Assassination Classroom. A popular graphic novel series by Japanese artist Yusei Matsui is available in numerous middle and high schools in the district. Currently, 45 copies from the series are checked out and presumably in the hands of young students.
You know, I
Enjoying
do
the
recall
series immensely.
I do recall that the issue with school shootings is the teachers being in danger, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found the reason
Look,
why there's so many U.S. school shootings.
I would
We
just
can now
like to
blame
point out
Japan.
hell no. Do you see the very different scenario here that they aren't any mass
That they have
shootings?
self-defense.
Because all the students are armed.
That's what I mean. The teachers are worried about this, not the
But
students.
The
It's not for
teachers
their
prov- the funny thing is the teacher provided them the guns
Right.
this year.
Hashtag arm the teachers. No. Hashtag arm the students.
If they'd actually read the story, they know that the guns only shoot a specific kind of pellet that will hurt him.
Like a BB gun.
Yeah. They're not even like true kinds of
They're
rifles.
not even lethal to humans.
They're anti-me BBs.
Wow. The series has been made into a television show, a YouTube video with 8.5 million views, provides the
Jealousy.
following summary of Assassination Classroom. Please let it be a Crunchyroll / Funimation. Oh my God, please.
It's a
love
live
it.
action movie.
It's a recap.
Well, he's going to go on the Florida list.
That she couldn't even be bothered, or he, I forget what, but I assume it's a mom, that she couldn't even be bothered to watch. Because if she did, she would have been like, oh, this is some alien motherfucker that's trying to kill the... Okay, I get it now.
No, that's what she thinks of Florida
she thinks
teachers.
that's an Asian character.
Oh,
It's actually just a racist stereotype.
You know what? I guess that's worse than what I was going to say about... That's what she thinks of Florida teachers. They're just giant yellow men.
All right, so it provided this following summary of Assassination Classroom. A powerful alien promises to destroy Earth, and the only ones capable of stopping this massacre are a class with the worst students of the school. The
So
students
just
tasked with
don't
killing
try
their
and
teacher
kill 'em.
are referred to as misfits. So hold on. So the teacher gives them the airsoft guns that have a special pellet that hurt
That
him.
can only kill him.
Right. So it just seems like a pervert.
Well, I think it's a really
Only
retarded
your
premise
gun
too.
can penetrate me.
I like the show, I'll be honest.
Quote,
Assassin's
it's
Creed
stating the
rocks.
obvious to say that the theme of this book series is disturbing in light of the prevalence of
Oh, boy.
school violence.
Well,
While
was
the
it
books have
disturbing when it was
fictitious
published?
characters, the settings are realistic. Julie Glebens or Gebhardt, her name is Gebhardt.
Who the hell is ripping a tab off a Coke?
Julie Gebhardt, a concerned parent in the district, told the Florida Standard, "Why do we have 70 copies of Assassination Classroom in the middle schools?
Because there's 20 volumes in the series.
We need high school DxD." Gebhardt and her husband pulled their children out of the district after she discovered a trove of sexually explicit books available to young students. Since she has since launched an Instagram page exposing inappropriate books in school libraries, and you are reaching beyond reaching if this is what you're grabbing. It's going to be funny if it's not the trans stuff and it's literally just a bunch of like One Piece mangas or something. No, it's this book is gay. Damn it. Wow. It literally goes...
What?
Her post literally go from "this book is gay," burned, Assassination Classroom.
This woman is mentally ill. Look, hold on. Let me zoom. Oh wow.
Gebhard, right?
Oh god. If I ever need to lose a boner really fast, bookmark me that.
So Gebhard and her husband pulled their children out of the appropriate books.
Someone made it to this thing?
When another parent brought the series to the attention of one school board member on Friday morning, she received a curt response and was told to submit a book challenge. This is America, and we do things through a democratic process. The
And
board
everyone
member
votes to
told the
keep it.
parent, "The form can be picked up at your school. The book challenge process can take months before a final determination is made, and books remain on the shelf until the process is complete." On Tuesday, the board voted to remove a book from middle schools that teaches students how to use adult hookup apps and techniques for different kinds of sex. Well, look,
How did that
lady,
get in there?
if the book challenge can get that out of there, then it seems like they've got an appropriate process to get Assassination Classroom banned from school.
Maybe they should read it first.
Additionally, the parents who challenged the book saw their personal information, including home address, phone number, and email, posted on the district's website. Gebhard's, one of the parents whose information was publicized, called the incident intimidation, whether intentional or not. an entertaining adventure story. Oh, school librarians aren't
100% believe in protecting people, but I am for the fact that you start attacking anything, you should be brought to light. You can't do that in the
you should be
shadows.
held liable.
You
Or
need,
should
yeah,
be
right.
held,
You need to be responsible for
accountable.
every fucking thing that comes out of your mouth.
Like you're an actual person. It's not just some random troll from
Lance?
5 states over or something.
What's
Are
up,
you
Random?
gonna turn your camera on?
What? Are you? I'm not trying to destroy anyone's life. I'm not trying to attack a book series in a school. I'm just sitting here commenting on shit on the internet.
You're enslaved.
Okay, you know what? Hey, Random 11, do me a favor. Put some handcuffs on the duck's tail. Appreciate it.
Slaves don't wear handcuffs.
I didn't understand. I'm
ball and chain, then?
Going back to here. School
This has already
librarians
been more
aren't.
entertaining
Oh
than
dear
this
Lord! School librarians aren't the only ones who thought it was a good idea to give Assassination Classroom to students. The book is recommended for readers as young as 14 on Amazon. You know those 14-year-olds killing everybody with their AK-47s.
No, they use the Death Note. Come on.
It amazes me.
Frequently bought together.
It amazes me that a lot of times the weirdos that will do this will also be cool with their kids being on TikTok and having a Facebook account, being on Twitter and YouTube. And I'm just thinking to myself,
those freaking fricks. When will they learn that actions have consequences?
I'm curious to know if they called out Assassination Classroom, but Black Lagoon still remains on the shelf. Not even looked at.
Dude, I wonder if Berserk is in there.
I wonder if the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund is actually going to like do something and defend, this. Or are they going to sit around with their finger up their butt?
I'll never forget how when I was younger, when I first met my wife and my friend Andrew.
That sounds like a manga series.
He borrowed my copies of Berserk one by one, and then one of the copies disappeared. And it was the one during the eclipse where the cover has naked Asuka in
Asuka.
Like Casca. Did I say Asuka? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Naked,
AC, you're imagining what you want, aren't you? Continue.
He's at the Ghibli Museum right now in his brain taking pictures.
Eclipse Evangelion merch when the god hand.
Oh my god.
The Shinji hand.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say the picture of the god hand. All right, anyway, so well, I guess I could say it doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, that issue, it took forever to get back in. I finally asked Andrew, and he's like, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea where it is. I think my parents might have found it and confiscated it. And
bullshit.
Like
that
2
thing
or
was
3 weeks
stuck.
later, he found it in his parents' room and gave it back to me.
Wow.
His dad really liked it.
Anyway, the book is recommended for readers as young as 14 on Amazon. Despite this recommendation, librarians opted to make it available to 11-year. Whoa! Why can't arrest them? A New York Public Library review called the first book an entertaining adventure story ranging from darkest to lightest comedy that will leave readers clamoring for the next book in the series. Everything about everything in this, coming from Gebhard or whatever her name was, to the way it was written and everything for the article here, it just seems like they did a single Google search and just grabbed a random link and said, "Oh, well, this one says fun. It's a fun." Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong spot. Right here. They'll have you clamoring for the next book in the series. This YouTube video with 1 billion views says this, right? Anyway, the spokesperson for the district did not immediately respond to a request for comment. I want to see, like, the creator of the manga is quoted here saying, quote, that's what I want to see.
And then pauses and then continues laughing.
Right. All right. So anyway, let's see. We got more here. So this is a continuation from last podcast. We talked about the Chinese mobile game for Persona 5 that you already don't want to play because, mobile game, and also because China. But now you have even more reasons to not want to play it because that censorship. So we've got here, which one is the before? This must be the after. Never mind.
That's the after, yeah. That looks even
Really?
nicer.
That's silly of me.
I wonder.
She now has pants and more clothes on her top. What's the next one?
I want to point out the sexism. They hate the female form.
Lamia, she's topless with her hair on her titties, and now she's got some top.
Is Persona rated M? Like,
Yeah, it is.
okay, I never knew that.
And then
Wow.
Incubus lost his dong. He lost his dong.
No!
And he's wearing spats,
He's
apparently.
wearing leather spats.
What the fuck?
He's like, I need to be more decent for my
Wait,
Chinese fellows.
are you saying that they pre and post opted this demon?
I wonder what they did with Mara, who is just a giant dick and a chariot. Is it just a chariot now?
Right. Is it just a chair now? 'Cause
I didn't know that that one had titties until this.
I also didn't know.
Oh, this one's Mandrake. This one's Mandrake. Yeah, I didn't know it had titties.
Mandrake.
No. They pronounce like the Japanese store you can buy crap, Mandrake.
So,
I just
this is the teddy bear with human child
Skulls.
in it.
And
then
China hates
just
skulls,
the
so
teddy
now
bear.
it's an actual
Now
teddy
he's just
bear.
Mr.
Now he's just a
Mr. Cuddles.
rapist.
Mr. Snuggles.
Now it's safe for him to.
And now Hell Rider is
It's not a
non-skull.
skull.
He's
That's
deboned.
a Ghost Rider ripoff anyway. So I mean, look at it. It's fucking Ghost Rider with the flaming wheels.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, the first one made me make me think
Kamen
of
Rider,
Ghost Rider, but the
ex-Ghost
second one
Rider.
makes me think of Dante.
Yeah, the scarf is from.
No, he
Kamen
goes
Rider.
from Ghost Rider to Inferno Cop.
What'd they do to our boy Jack Frost? Literally the
Oh,
mascot.
no. What?
Oh, nothing. No,
Wait,
I don't.
what?
I think these are the unchanged ones, Lance.
Oh, okay, I was like, wait, no way.
Because
they
it went.
turned into...
It went to Pixie.
Yeah.
I know, but I was thinking it was a transformation. I was like, no.
Well,
what?
there's 58 of them, so I'm just gonna stop here. I'll end it there.
But to add to that note, I don't think we covered this last time because I didn't realize that the game is now out. So on Twitter, someone said, "I'm downloading that game
yeah.
right now." I'm like,
I
oh, cool. So 15 gigs later, I can't get past the main menu. You know why? Because it wants my real name and address in China, and it wants my social security and social credit score probably. And did you load up those
I
messages?
did. I'm trying to find out where I put it. Here it is.
And I translated it. Oh, that's really small.
It says, "Welcome to Perfect World Game Service. Before you use our services, please carefully read the Perfect World Game User Agreement. And Perfect World Games, this personal trust will protect the political system. Agree to the personal confidence." These are the kind tips, by the way.
Yes. They gaslight you into thinking this is a good thing. You need to sign this for your own
These tips are
benefit.
so unkind.
What do they consider the unkind tips?
Protection policy does not mean that all the personal information listed on the policy will be collected at one time. And your corresponding personal information will only be collected when you use specific business functions state such as when you register a Perfect World Game account. You need to submit your mobile phone number or email address. Bullet point now for some reason. Before you start the game service, you need to submit your identity information for real name authentication. Oh, okay. What the fuck is going on? When you use the game, customer service and other functions, we will collect your corresponding personal information, and then we will obtain your consent separately or based on other legal bases, manage your personal information. Wow.
You forgot if.
If what?
There's an if right
Oh,
there.
what the fuck? You're right. How silly of me. Second bullet point. If manage your personal information. Oh no, if you log in. I didn't forget it. It was next.
Oh, you think it's part of the next? Okay.
Yeah. If you log in and use our mobile game services through a third party, such as a channel party, the personal information received by the third party through our services can be found in the certificate, and the third party's privacy policy applies. Clicking agree means that you have read and agreed to the above agreement and documents. Did you agree to the agreement?
I couldn't because I didn't have a social credit score or all that crap. But like, I find it oddly enough that's actually way more clear than normal agreements that you get told.
Yeah, it's literally like by using this program, you hereby sell your soul to the Chinese Communist Party. Agree,
Yeah,
disagree.
the thing is like in China, it's so bad anyway that they're desperate for this anyway, and their shit's already out there. So why do they care?
Yeah. When they come out and say like, "Wow, at least they only want my soul."
Yeah,
And not my
like, oh, in slavery
firstborn
for
too.
20 years. That's fine. I could play.
Well,
a mobile
we
game.
already established many podcasts ago that they have like a designated gaming time of like only X hours per day or something, or a week.
You can only game for a half second.
they do this with every game, I assume, like your real number and ID, so they can track you to make
Isn't
sure.
it in China
Oh,
where if they buy even a physical game or something, they have to like go to the damn store to get it changed out for another one or some shit? They just can't have any kind of physical copy whatsoever.
I don't know.
Who
I
knows?
think that
That's-
time limit is only for kids, though.
And in that same vein,
Because the adults are in any wise free.
in any wise.
Way.
So-
Okay, I get it.
So the other
the
thing
oven.
to that transparency is another thing about the censorship for the character models. Hot take.
Yes.
I think that China overtly censoring the characters like en masse, I'm way more okay with than subtly censoring something in the West. Am I crazy for thinking that?
Oh, you're
'Cause at least they're
you're liking
honest
them
and
doing it
straightforward.
honestly, so we
At
can
least
ream
they
them and
only
make fun of them.
erased the guy's boner.
Well, it's like it's so far beyond.
So let me
repairing.
ask you
It's
this.
like this, dude.
Hold on. Hold
Here's
on.
how it works. Here's my response to that. I get where you're coming from, but remember, in China, they're enslaved. Over here, people think people have this.
Let's roll it
illusion
back,
of the world
Lance.
around
I'm
them.
not
hold
saying-
on,
I'm
hold
trying
on,
to-
hold on. Let me ask you this.
All right.
What would you prefer? Disney's The Little Mermaid with Black Ariel, or China's The Little Mermaid in hijab?
I mean, the hijab mermaid's gonna drown pretty quick.
That's what I'm saying, though. The hijab is so disconnected from the original that you could actually warrant wanting to see it. But so rolling it back, Lance. I'm not saying I'd rather live in China. I'm just
That's not what
saying
I'm saying.
on principle.
I wasn't allowed to finish my.
I
I
don't-
wasn't allowed to finish my statement.
Well,
The point
it has
is
nothing to
that
do with the.
if
the
they hide
people
it
in China are
subtly in the
enslaved.
U.S., it's something people bitch about for 5
I'm not
seconds.
talking about the long-term implications.
Okay.
My favorite thing about this is just like you really think about it, like you just know that Japan's Little Mermaid is going to be practically hentai. So it's like the quality of media is just apparent even in the hypotheticals. All right,
AI, make me a Little Mermaid.
Japanese youth no longer interested in pachinko and patchy slot. So maybe you should
Get wrecked, Konami.
Yeah. no wonder they finally made a Silent Hill movie again. There was a time when going to a pachinko parlor was practically a rite of passage to adulthood in Japan, just like buying cigarettes or alcohol. Right.
The fuck?
That's it. But according to a recent survey, young adults seem to no longer care for any of it. Well, it's because they're also not smoking. The survey asked men and women aged 18 to 19 in Japan if they have any interest or experience with pachinko or pachi slot. Never been, not interested. 73%. Wow. Well,
it's probably because like a lot of them know like their parents who some parents or friends of parents who like lost half their pretty much lost everything.
You think it could be that they just know a lot of people who have lost everything gambling?
Yeah, and they just realize, no, this isn't worth it at all.
House always wins, bro. It just turns out there's just a TikTok that's going around that explains how it rips you off, and they're like, "Yeah, I got no interest."
That is incredibly possible. Either that, or they've all played like different games and gotten it out of themselves.
Moving on, because I don't know, I threw that in there when I thought we weren't going to have enough news. All right, so a teen was disqualified from a Pokemon trading card game tournament after nervously laughing when asked for pronouns. And now he says, quote, "I hadn't had any suicidal thoughts in a while until this event." You freaking
wait, what the hell?
What a Chad.
He was asked for pronouns.
Okay, so here let me explain.
Oh yeah, go.
Let me explain. The person like proctoring it or whatever asked for his pronouns, and they were being sincere. But the kid is so young, and he didn't quite understand, so he like nervously laughed and said, "Him, he," or something, and because of the nervousness.
What are you asking me about? It should be obvious, right?
Yeah, like, am I kawaii desu ka? Right. So anyway, like they were nervous about it, and then they were disqualified. Anyway,
bullshit. Come on.
So they said,
continue.
After nervously laughing when asked his pronouns by a non-binary judge, 17-year-old player Makani Tran. Unfortunate name for somebody to be disqualified for laughing about pronouns. So they were disqualified in a regional Pokemon trading card game tournament, despite Tran beating five prior opponents in the Pokemon trading card game Charlotte Regional Championships. He would only play and win one match out of 3 against his opponent, Alex Szymanski. Is this an April Fool's joke? You call her Szymanski? Both players. No, this is a real thing.
Yeah, it's April 3rd.
Well, this is the follow-up, though. I don't understand. This can't.
Do you think he has suicidal thoughts now after he's disqualified?
How is that fair to disqualify him for a dumb question being asked? The kid laughs, probably because he wasn't expecting it. I'm obviously whatever the hell it is.
He probably laughed because he thought it was ridiculous.
Which it is, but
Even fucking Pokemon have literal, like on the cards. What are they going to do? Disqualify you for looking at Nidoran and saying, "Oh, it's the boy"?
No, they come on. It's way more nuanced than that. First of all, the Cold T says, "Remember when various politicians said it was easier to get a firearm than a book?" Yeah, I mean they say that a lot. So I remember at least one instance.
Well, kids 0 to 17 can get a book way easier than a gun, I think.
Localizing includes censorship. Would you support?
Oh, AC canceled.
Yep. Except for the fact that I love it when they include profanity and dubs that didn't previously have it.
Look, I agree, Luigi.
If upskirting girls is bad,
that
would mean upshorting boys is bad too.
I don't think anyone's disputing that because no one does that.
Man,
unless you're talking about
I think
personal
what you are
experience.
actually trying to call for is you need equality in the fan service.
It's a lot harder to
upshorting on cute boys.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to upshort a boy, though. The gap is smaller.
The gap is so much smaller, and there's also nothing really to see.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't happen. That's why no one's disputing it. No one's ever disputed that.
Just Goku penis.
I think he just wants to see more of that in anime for cute boys, perhaps.
He's Luigi. Are you liking Blue Lock?
Oh dear Lord! Kids laugh at stupid questions, which is normal. The judge should be fired since they made us fans feel unsafe and uncomfortable.
Yeah, but they don't consider it a stupid question. That's the whole point.
And he got kicked out of the Pokemon tournament because you laughed. He laughed? You mean what?
I would have said, take a guess.
Okay. So anyway, back to this. Yeah. So Alex Szymanski, both players seem to be distracted by something off camera.
Okay. Isn't that She-Man Love?
Dear Lord. Despite Tran beating 5 prior opponents in the Pokemon Trading Card Game Charlotte Regional Championships, he would only play and win 1 match out of 3 against his opponent, Alex Szymanski. Both players and a judge seemed to be distracted by something off camera at the end of the match. Tran stopped shuffling his deck for a brief time, nervously glancing around before he smiles and the mood seems to settle.
The judges noticed that he had a dick when he said she, her.
After the match, the commentators note they, quote, have to take a short break despite it being mid-set. When they returned 5 minutes later, commentator Shelby Bow explained, are you serious? Shelby Bow. This is, what the fuck are these names? Unfortunately, we were not able to continue streaming that last match that we just casted with you all. Okay. Of course, we got through one of those. Okay. Tran would go on to disclose that he had been disqualified by a head judge and escorted out of the venue.
Wow.
And provided more details. He opens explaining going up against Szymanski, a very well-known player as well as a very skilled player, made him nervous, along with being on stream and in front of such a large crowd for only the 3rd time. On their way to the streaming stage, the competitors were asked by a judge for their preferred pronouns. Though he eventually remembered, Tran had forgotten the word for the 3rd pronoun. I said, he or him or, and I paused trying to think of the 3rd pronoun, the 3rd pronoun being his.
Hers. He, him, hers.
Hilarious. Due to the nerves and me being embarrassed, I let out a little laugh, just a normal nervous laugh. My response together ended up being he or him or his. That's it. That's all I said. The pair then continued to walk to the stadium area, and the judge once more for the that's probably supposed to say asked for. Alex says he and him, and then I say, yeah, he and him, haha. The little laugh at the end was because I was trying not to get awkward, and because I was just stating the exact thing Alex had just said. And it was kind of silly to me in that scenario. I mean, the silly thing is your names. Tran was also reminded.
It was Tran versus she, him, or he, her.
Right? Szymanski.
And she get bowed was the judge
right?
or whatever. Oh, you know, is anyone other than me actually pictured the situation that happened here? If all this is to be fact, he laughed, whatever, and then these quote unquote bitch adults go back to talk viciously about this child who is playing a card game because they asked a retarded question and come back to literally.
Dude, these are the same people who tried to make a Netflix special about anti-racist baby.
These are probably the people who wanted cuties to be a thing.
They believe that children can be racist and therefore fascists before they can speak.
My head already hurts. God damn it.
So Tran was also reminded that during a tournament in Baltimore earlier that season where he had made the top 8, no one had asked him his pronouns and commentators had called him they, them. His friends had teased him about it, but Tran emphasized he had no issues with how people choose to identify and express themselves. Returning to, I mean, your name is Tran.
Bitch about a book.
Returning to the tournament, After Tran gave his answer a second time, the judge looked at me and said, "Okay, just wanted to check to be safe. I go by they, them, so don't be a jerk about it." They smiled after this and gave no signs whatsoever of being upset or uncomfortable.
Wait, did they actually say what you just said?
Yes. So the judge said
Holy shit.
that to them after asking. They said, just wanted to, the judge said.
So the judge should have been ejected for being a dick.
Don't be a dick about it. They said that to the kid.
Yeah, the
For
judge
giggling.
should have been ejected.
Don't be a front genital of choice about it.
Why are you using gendered language?
Point of privilege. Tran had assumed the "don't be a jerk about it" comment meant in general or for future situations. I had no clue that I had upset them. I had no intention to do so whatsoever. I thought nothing of this because to me it was just a normal conversation that people have before going on stream. Compared to how a tournament in San Diego, Tran felt nothing was okay. That's a weird way to phrase that. As Tran and Szymanski prepared for their second match, Tran saw, quote, a few judges walking over to the stage, and they got on stage, and one starts talking to Alex to the confusion of them both.
Alex Szymanski, right?
Yeah, Alex Szymanski.
The
right
name,
here.
I've got to run with the name thing. The name that could be boy or girl.
You actually don't have to, though.
You can just let him
let it
read
go.
it and finish.
Oh, shots fired.
All right, well, you can shut up too, Reese.
Enslaved lands.
When, fucker. I better get those handcuffs later, random.
This is getting so weird.
You're welcome.
I'm you guys are helping me to live the awkward feeling this child had.
I'm honestly,
it's
this
dumb
is
that-
disturbing.
Let's continue and carry on.
Tran
It's dumb
claims
that they asked him twice.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's
I
like
asked you
they were.
once.
They're like,
I
your
don't
name
believe
is
you.
Tran, and you're he him.
You kind of look feminine. Are you sure they're
Right.
Are you sure you're good with he?
They were
him?
totally
Are you
grooming this
sure?
kid.
They were trying to turn him into a trans mid, in the
Are you sure
transition
you
between
wouldn't
the
be more
first match.
comfortable with they them at least? We can do they them. Like
Your
what are
name
you
is
doing,
Make
Judge?
Annie Tran, right? Like,
Wouldn't there be a term for
Star
this?
Wars?
Wouldn't there be a term for that if they actually did something like that, to where they're like pushing some form of sexuality onto a child?
called
Wouldn't that
grooming.
That's called grooming, which
Wow.
he just
Thank
said.
you.
Which he literally just said. If you were,
I
paying
know, but I
attention.
wanted to put a better pin on it for the one I'm probably gonna be in when, because freelance is no longer a thing. All right, continue.
Wow. Okay.
Freelance need to be quiet.
I think I might need to go get some booze to continue with this show. So Tran claims the judges only spoke to. Oh, good job. Look at my trigger warning. Terrible fucking grammar. Tran claims the judges only spoke to only Szymanski and insisted Tran kept his headphones on, leaving him unable to hear the conversation. Oh, he does have headphones on. Okay.
Why?
Because apparently you're not.
Then
allowed to talk
one of
or
the judges puts a headset on and asks me, Makani, what was said to the judge when they asked for your pronouns? This is where I began to get a bit worried and wondered if I had done something wrong. Tran explained, I answered the question and I said he, him. The judge then asked me if there was anything else I said, and they wanted to know what my tone was during the conversation.
Wow.
What they fucking do?
They said this very important that I answered. They said this is very important that I answer it truthfully. Okay, I'm gonna fix all your fucking horrendous grammar. He confessed that his laugh from being nervous might have been taken the wrong way. The judge then told Tran to leave the stage and talk elsewhere. To his confusion, Tran notices other players were taking their spot on the stage. So this is when they just ended the round and gave it to the other
That's
guy.
very heterophobic for him to doubt his pronouns like that.
I walked behind the curtains by the stage, and the head judge, can't remember his name, I think it was Bobby, asked me what exactly was said. Tran explained himself again, explaining his nerves, what had happened at Baltimore, that he had no issues with pronouns, and that he wouldn't have an incentive to jeopardize the invite he had earned,
child.
all while being very polite and calm, quote unquote. Despite this, and the head judge's initial reaction, Tran explains, the head judge seemed to understand, so I was a bit relieved, but then he pulls out the rule book on his phone. It says that due to me violating their inclusive policy and due to me making someone feel unsafe and uncomfortable, I was disqualified from
Dude,
the
that's how you
event.
win the tournament. You say all these bastards are making me feeling unsafe, so disqualify them.
I feel unsafe.
I win by default.
Did Hemansky or whatever like say that they were uncomfortable?
I feel unsafe
No,
and
the
uncomfortable
judge
that everyone is asking my pronouns.
This weenie right here is the one who felt uncomfortable. This is unbelievable. It would seem that the one who felt unsafe and uncomfortable was the judge with they them pronouns. Tran attempted to appeal, but emphasizing he meant no offense was met with indifference. The judge tells me that he was sorry and that it sucked, but I was disqualified due to Pokemon's policy. Wow. Is this Pokemon's policy or Wizards of the Coast policy?
Wizards of the Coast doesn't do it.
Oh, they don't?
No.
This would be the policy of Play Pokemon, a subsidiary branch of the Pokemon Company that handles official tournaments. Tran explains that he's on the verge of tears, and his multiple requests to appeal and speak to the offended judge were all rejected. The head judge said he had already been disqualified despite what he had just been told. He meaning Tran.
I get you.
Yes, I know this sucks for everyone involved, and I'm sorry we have to do this. Now, openly
Apparently not.
crying, Tran told the head judge he hadn't listened to him at all, that he had spent $800 in flights and even missed school to attend the tournament. The head judge didn't care at all, despite admitting, quote, he believed that I had no bad intentions. It didn't matter because at the end of the day, someone was offended and upset.
Wah, my pussy
Imagine living in their world.
The amount of the rules say it. I can't do anything. It's already done.
You know what
I have no
offends and upsets
responsibility
me?
anymore.
Paying taxes.
Disqualify the taxes.
That's how that works, right? I get like an automatic all my money back thing in my tax.
The taxes didn't properly address my gender.
It's like they don't want to be like people.
I
anymore.
identify as a lower income tax bracket.
The rules say it, so I command it.
Dude, how much is left in this article? You're
I
scrolling
know,
like
right?
halfway.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more.
I don't even want to hear
so
any more. of
fucking
this.
done.
I think we got the point at
What
this
the
point.
move the fuck
I'm
on
like
already.
at this point, I'm starting to wonder: are we going to feel the same pain in our stomach this poor kid felt? Probably not.
Well, before you transition to game news, off of game news, something that wasn't included that I know I gave Random 11 a lackluster response, but the thing he linked was actually news. I didn't realize it. I thought that was an old
there's
thing.
private chat I haven't read. Oh, goody. No, there isn't.
Is it?
What's this?
No, I'm talking about the whatever. So Random 11 linked the Persona thing that it was Atlas showing like a showcase of apparently upcoming projects or something, and included in that at the very beginning was this Persona 3 combat section with Yukari shooting something with her bow and damage numbers being shown. But the render quality looked that of Shin Megami Tensei 5, which borderline is confirming a Persona 3 remake in the works, if not a Persona 3 spin-off. So that's news.
Okay, I didn't pay attention to any of that. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to slide away from this topic. And cool, we're into release news. No, we're
all right. I'm heading out. I stood past
He's
Coward.
releasing himself. He's releasing himself.
I'm releasing myself.
Make
from
sure to
this
upload
podcast.
Take
audio
your
before
slave
AC has
with
his
you.
throat.
I am a Slav. I am part Slav, so it is in my heritage.
Take
All
your
right.
slave self with you.
Yeah, I'm part Polish, Slavic. All right, see
He
you.
likes to slaver his pole.
Goodbye.
Leave an open uploads page.
Yes, go to streamyard.com/upload. Okay, great. Okay, Safe and Sound in the Arms of an Elite Knight light novel joins J Novel Club lineup. So there you go. This Elite Knight is in. I can't. Moving on. I can't make it. I can't make a sexual joke about it. God damn it! Now JavaScript is on. Why is it only off? Is it turning that on when JavaScript is enabled? Is that what's happening here? For fuck's sake, every one of these, I hate Crunchyroll so goddamn much. Waiting for cash. Waiting for cash. Come on. You've got it.
AC, stop having pillow talk with your computer, please.
Ah, ha, ha! Okay. All right. So Yen Press has Bocchi the Rock, which apparently is like, did I mishear this? Or is this the story about a girl who wants to rock so hard that she becomes a lesbian? Is that not the story? Does she not try to like get up to it with one of the girls in the band to get into it or something?
Wow.
All right. Also, Stray Cat and Wolf, Cheerful Amnesia, Honey Trap Shared House. Okay. That's
Sounds
some
like
side
a
boob.
blockbuster series to me.
Those side boobs are blockbuster. Unholy Blood.
These are manhwa. Easy fresh.
See you in my 19th life. Oh.
Well.
Jungle Juice.
That's one hell of a rejection.
Jungle Juice.
Overgeared. Your Letter. Minato's Laundromat. Clamp Premium Collection Tokyo Babylon. Sasaki and Miyano Official Comic Anthology. The Red Thread. I think we're in the gay shit. Monthly in the Garden with My Landlord.
Oh God.
The
That's how you get your rent down, AC.
The Lawyer in Shizuku Ishii sleeps with a wolf. Dear Lord. Thank God there's an actual wolf in here, or no? Does that make it worse?
I was wondering when we were going to get to the long retarded ass names.
What is going on with his hand? Only I know the ghoul saved the world. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time.
I actually want to read that.
Anime when
right?
The Deer King again, Glitch, and holy shit, it keeps going. One More Step, Come Stand by My Side. The Ephemeral Scenes of Setsuna's Journey. When I Became a Commoner, They Broke Off Our Engagement. Oh.
Huh? Okay.
That's what you get for going to a lower income.
The Prince
tax
Harry
bracket.
story. Days with My Stepsister.
I just got that.
Maiden of the Needle.
Whoa.
Yana Toboso Artworks Black Butler 3. And Toilet Bound Hinako-kun. Wow. Hanako-kun, pardon me. Artbook number 2. Whatever. Fuck it. Moving on. Look at that. We're in Right Stuff news. Let's look at the Blu-ray too.
Here we go. So I got Project A Code on Blu-ray. This is the discotheque slate. And then Metabot's first series Japanese language Blu-ray, SD Blu-ray.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a pretty cool cover.
I remember liking Metabots.
And then
about
Lupin the
Medaka
Third,
box?
Angel Tactics. And when they originally had this stuff, they called it Angels Tactics.
Do you know that there's a bunch of other stuff that you've skipped?
Like
He
what?
was trying to
Or
do
did you,
discotheque
did you
only.
put them in discotheques? You organize them by discotheque?
Yeah,
He
what are
that's
you
what he
looking
just
at?
said that.
I'm looking at Medaka box. I'm looking at when will
What's
Ayumu
the-
make his room. So these are the Sentai ones, is what you're.
Yeah.
I see it. I understand. Sorry, I doubted you.
I put them in order of when they showed up on Right Stuff. So,
Well, that's not the order.
like,
there.
Medaka Box is over here.
All right, well,
So
just
we
keep
got
going then.
Nazi
Great.
Kaiser versus Great General Darkness. I think they could have done better with the logo, but I don't know.
What the fuck? I put 2 things in my cart, and now it's empty again.
You weren't logged in.
Bohachi Bushido, the villain.
Okay.
Bohachi.
Well, that's a series, isn't it? Or a movie, I guess.
This is a live action movie.
Rip.
Medaka Box.
Medaka box. I have this on DVD.
Is that better
I don't
than
know if I should get it
Metabox?
on Blu-ray.
I don't know.
I would argue personally, but
It has an
Metabot
English
Metabots holds a special place in my heart, though.
And we got a standard edition of the High School of the Dead re-release, and we actually have a complete, character group shot on a cover this time, like the first time they've ever done that.
Shit, what the fuck? God damn it.
Wait, there's a lot of shows that do that.
I gotta
Video.
put something else in my cart now.
AC's gonna buy the whole store.
Keep your hands off Eizouken, finally, after 84 years.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say it here, but this has a LE coming soon.
Oh,
okay. Well then
I guess I don't need to add anything else to my cart.
And then we got Tokyo Mew Mew New.
Yay.
That doesn't have a dub according to Footnum. Yeah, that's
Yep.
so fucking what? Why? Like this is
How many episodes? 12 episodes?
They don't like good shows, I guess.
Season 1 collection.
because
Okay,
I feel
while
like this
you're
is one of the
finishing
ones
this,
where
I'm gonna
it's
go
like,
get some alcohol.
was this like semi-popular? Yeah, sure. Well then let's give it a dub.
When will Ayumu make his move? So this was Japanese only.
Yeah, which is weird. Also,
From the same author of
Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Yeah. So, rip. And then Penguin Drum recycle of the Penguin Drum movie collection.
So, do you think they're gonna re-release Penguin Drum the series or no?
Do what with it?
The series, I think.
Like a complete collection or something?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. So
Because
they
I'm thinking
dubbed
about
it.
getting it off of eBay, but like if they're gonna re-release it, then
Yeah, they dubbed
Well.
this so apparently they thought it was worth spending money on. And then The Executioner and Her Way of Life is also kind of blurry, and this is also getting a Ellie, but again,
Is it English?
Okay.
Is it Englished?
yeah,
Yes.
it's dubbed.
Thank
Dubbed.
fuck.
Also-
I'm.
yeah. So
Really
that's
giving
it.
your all tonight.
Oh yeah, totally.
Stop screen. Why are you all the way over there? There. Full screen. I will be right back. I have to go tinkle.
All right.
It's great to tell us that.
I'm happy that you know now.
Let's let's address the chat. This is painfully awkward tonight. All right. Completely fucked up. Oh yeah. This is about the Pokemon thing.
Yeah.
They want him to answer truthfully, but they're the ones with fucked up names, and they're non-biased. Okay. Yes.
The other thing is, if we lived in a world where there was like not this stupid, well, there's like non-binary people, non-conforming people. The simple question is, are you a boy or a girl? And then we're done. like you don't have to give me a list of pronouns. You don't have to remember all of them. You don't have to say,
What?
"Well, I go by he, they." You know, like bullshit
honestly,
like that.
the
Boy or
internet
girl.
fixed so
That's all I
much of
need to know.
this. It's like you just use their username. But the problem is that people's usernames are like capital X, lowercase s, bloodborne, master of
Your mom.
sodomy. You know, like, so,
I want to
The
bring something that's
anime
actually
collector.
concerning. Is I don't like the fact that these random people are asking children sexual questions. What is your sex? What is your gender? Why do I need to know?
What are your preferred
Pronoun isn't really a
really that
sexual
guy was trying to pick up on that kid, and he got mad that he didn't give him the proper response of I stick it in me, daddy. So anyway, now that we're done with all the chat, just go
Wow,
check
that was it?
so far. All right, cool. If you want to support the OCA podcast, one of the ways you can do that is with Stealth Weed.
So
Now,
when
last
will the shirts be in
podcast-
so I can order my shirt?
What?
I said, when will the shirts be in so I can order my shirt?
Oh, good question.
I've been incredibly patient.
So here's the thing. Yeah. So I talked last podcast about the API. The API key is being ghosted, and they're moving over to API tokens. And fuck, that shit is bullshit. It does not work. I don't have any idea why they set it up the way they did. So I did the chat with my fulfillment center, like the live chat, and I asked them about it, and they're like, "Oh, that doesn't matter for WooCommerce," which is what I'm using, right?
Oh, God.
And I'm like, well, you know, you could sure make your website worded a little bit differently. And they're like, yeah, we're not getting rid of the API keys. I'm like, well, why does it say right here API keys are expiring on March 31st, 2023? Like, so anyway, I bought a shirt to test to make sure the API key was still working. So I'm wearing it. God damn it. Fucking Reese had to take a leak right now, and I have to click it myself. So I'm wearing the Nin Nin shirt, which has the like printing on the back as well. So it's pretty comfortable. Although I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna have to have a little talk with them because I didn't put that hole in it. So gonna have to figure that shit out. If it ever happens to you, let me know, and I will get them to send you a replacement. At no charge. Other ways you can support are with.
Oh, is that a long sleeve?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When I was looking at you, I was like, you make the stuff, so whatever. But I looked on the side, I'm like, wow. Yeah, I get that. I get that on you.
I like to wear my long sleeves as short sleeves. That's just how.
Oh
I
God,
roll.
he's fashionable.
Yeah, that's it. I'm fashionable, not overheated. Anyway. Yeah, so there's other places here. Great job. Let's go on.
It's all consensual. What?
Chojin Toro-san's teasing swimsuit under uniform image.
They're doing this a lot lately.
Is she wearing it underneath? That's
They literally just said under. I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I thought it was like two different
outfits you put on.
Yeah,
no,
I'm guessing. What I'm guessing is that the bathing suit is the base model, and then the top is going to be safe.
I don't know why I didn't think of that at first, but yes, that does appear to be it. Wow, she's tan.
Yeah,
the show is hilarious. Honestly,
it's creepy.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it does not look
has a creepy
appealing to
vibe,
me.
yes.
From what I see. But anyway, Krispy Kreme in Japan now has a Sesame Street donut range that includes wasabi. I don't know. I mean,
but I dig the Elmo and Cookie Monster donut.
Guys, I'm offended. I'm hurt. They have misgendered the Cookie Monster. He is not the donut monster. You leave him alone.
No, I got it. That's funny.
Oh,
for a second it was annoying, but once I got it, it was actually quite clever. All right, Cookie Monster's love for cookies is given another special place in the collection with the chocolate chip cookie donut. And then Elmo's favorite is given a spot in the range as the wasabi cream donut. So there you go.
Hi, kids. It's a spicy donut. Hey, where's Dorothy? Did he feed one to her?
I've had a wasabi flavored Kit Kat, so I assume it would taste similar to that.
How was it?
I'm not surprised.
It was okay.
He's
It
so
wasn't
enthused.
like super. It wasn't spicy. It was like it had a taste like wasabi, but it wasn't like spicy.
Okay, so you're sure you didn't just have a green tea Kit Kat that somebody told you was wasabi?
Possibly, it might have
If
been.
I ever ate a wasabi, ate a wasabi,
it was green.
freaking
That's all I
anything,
know.
and it's not spicy, that's not wasabi.
I meant that as like no, of course not. You're like, well, you know what? Actually, hold on.
I mean,
when I said it
might have
tasted
been.
kind of like wasabi, I just meant it tasted different than chocolate.
I think it was a wasabi one though. I don't remember.
He's
now.
doubting himself so hard.
So
Yeah, you got me doubting myself.
So so Super Saiyan, the noodle house in Florida, put out this.
What the fuck?
Super Saiyan fans are very important to us and have contributed to our amazing success as a pan-Asian noodle bar. Respecting Toei intellectual property, we will have to remove all fan art that we acquired from DBZ fans all around the world.
That makes no sense. That's their art.
The fucking logo is like a Funko Pop almost image of Vegeta. The word Saiyan is in the title of your fucking store.
Is it spelled right though?
You
Is it-
play Dragon Ball on the TV 24/7. How is the fucking fan art the thing that
problem.
needs to get taken down? I do not understand this. We will have to remove all fan art that we acquired from DBZ fans around the world. Please don't be discouraged if your art has been removed. Just know that your
It's all
art
of
has
it.
reached millions of people far and wide. In turn, we wouldn't have had 22 million views on BuzzFeed, 40K likes on Facebook,
Oh, boy.
5.4K on Google, and 960 likes on Yelp. Super.
Okay,
who would
before-
not be anything without our fans.
Before we find out the truth, maybe I'm wondering again, conspiracy. If this situation is we've gotten the supports and everything we need, now we need to be victimized by Toei, quote unquote, so that we get more attention. Because now that Super Saiyan immediately got them some hype. Continue.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Say
I've
it.
known about Super Saiyan for a while. That's why
Me
I'm
too.
following them on Facebook and even saw this message. I just
I
thought it
wanted
was
to
funny.
go for a while. Yes.
Yep. I don't know why you haven't. You're like right there. Walk. Anyway, so Blockbuster Video resurrected.
No, skip.
Skip?
I
Why?
don't give a shit. Read the very
Oh,
last
God.
sentence of this.
New locations in Los Angeles and San Diego.
Read the very last sentence of this and then move the fuck on.
None of this article is true at all. Well,
wow.
I'm glad you read it because I didn't read a single
Incredible Evan, you rock.
beyond. Anyway, damn, Mirage Leonardo. It's almost like you don't read the articles you share.
It was way before April Fool's Day too. I was so like. Anyway.
So is this one also? Monster Energy went after Pokemon and Monster Hunter for using the word monster.
Oh, bullshit.
Even though I'm pretty sure both of those things predate Monster Energy. So
Pocket Monster.
Monster Energy recently filed a lawsuit against Glowstick Entertainment's 2020 horror game Dark Deception Monsters and Mortals over the usage of the word monsters. But the energy drink company tried something similar in the past in Japan with the Pokemon, Pocket Monsters, and Monster Hunter franchises over the usage of the same word. Monster energy drinks are sold and manufactured by Monster Beverage, Asahi, in Japan. Oh, so Asahi, like the drink company in Japan, makes them? In Japan, at least? and it's been closely tied to the game industry through its sponsoring of events, organizations, and streamers. However, Monster has gone after numerous trademarks bearing the name Monster in Japan in the years past. The Japanese patent information platform JPlatPlat, wow, amazing, confirms that Monster has 134 complaints against various brands with multiple video games with monsters in the title. So seriously, this is over trademark, right?
Dude, it's a word that they can't trademark.
No, seriously, it's like no. You don't understand. You don't understand. In trademark law, if you don't defend your trademark, you lose it. It seems like they are so anal about that rule that they're just going to defend it against every single thing that uses the word monster because they don't want another drink company to come up and steal their name because they didn't defend it against Pocket Monster and Monster Rancher and Monster Hunter.
So even though they feel like, even though they possibly feel like this, just hypothetically,
monsterrape.com.
Yeah, that all this is bullshit. They're just doing it to keep the heat up. It's literally cover fire.
No, it seems like they know they're not going to win, but they still have to do it because of trademark law. They could lose the trademark.
Yeah, suppression fire.
That's hilarious.
It's not Assassination Classroom.
Okay,
Calm
so it
down.
says here, with multiple video games with monsters in the title, the two most popular ones are Pokemon and Monster Hunter. Monster previously went after Pokemon X and Y and Pokemon Sun and Moon from the Pocket Monster series. Additionally, the company went after Capcom's Monster Hunter Cross and challenged the trademark of Monster Hunter itself. In the case of the Pokemon games, Monster Beverage Corporation complained that the consumers who consume the consumers who consume cum into contact with the Pocket Monster XY trademark might mistakenly believe that it is one of the trademarks of Monster Energy family and argued the risk of confusion. Is it literally just because in Japan Monster's called Monsuta? like that sounds too much like those other things.
What about Digimon?
Maybe if it was called a Pokeball Energy or some shit. Yes, Monster Beverages went after Pokemon as if it wasn't already more popular than the god himself in Japan. Well, Monster didn't have any luck convincing anyone that the Japanese could mistake Pokemon or Monster Hunter with their energy drinks. The company also tried challenging several other brands, including the smartphone game Monster Strike, among others, to no
Did they go after Sesame Street?
Yeah, Cookie Monster going to court. However, in response to Monster Energy's complaint, the JPO, Japan Patent Office, what the fuck? I thought it was Plat. Oh, that's the information concluded that there was no risk of causing confusion, and the trademark registrations have since been maintained. See that? As of this article, a large number of trademark complaints by Monster Energy Company and its former name, Hansen Beverage Company, have been rejected in Japan. RIP.
So this is in the news because they just went after a new game.
Yeah.
This indie game.
The Dark Deception Monsters and Mortals. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. Can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, I missed that at the top of the article. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. 2 men have been arrested for food terrorism in Yoshinoya. Do they mean the Yoshinoya restaurant or Yoshinoya in Japan?
That image does not look good.
Actually, Yoshinoya. Most acts of food terrorism in Japan have involved conveyor belt sushi restaurant thus far, but the latest comes from the popular gyudon beef bowl chain Yoshinoya, after a viral video depicted a man eating red ginger straight from a container with his used chopsticks.
He was eating a red ginger straight from the what? Oh, there's a video.
Serious? This is considered terrorism? This is like,
how is it, dude?
This is like a social media post. Like, wow, it's so zany. Look how much he loves the red ginger. He'll eat the whole thing.
AC, have you ever heard? I don't know if anyone else is even here. Have you seen where like an Italian, a quote unquote person who's Italian gets upset when you break noodles? I feel like this is that, but times 1,000.
No, the problem is that he's using the normal chopsticks that you
The
use
communal
to touch your
bowl
face.
being eaten by one guy.
This
Well,
is
have it
like
pay
putting
for
your
the whole
hands
damn
in
thing.
the
It's still
dip.
not terrorism.
Okay, let me point it out again. So you
Yeah.
see these tongs right here? That's because this is like the condiment that you're supposed to
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get what they're doing, but it's still, like, why
it's still a stretch.
The two unemployed men. What? People who post stuff for social media clout are unemployed? 35-year-old Ryo Shimazu and Toshihide Oka, who's 34 years old, were at a Yoshinoya restaurant in Suminoe Ward in Osaka, where one of the men ate straight from the communal red ginger container with used chopsticks. The incident occurred on the morning of September 29th last year. Wow, damn. It's only just now becoming viral. While consuming anything straight from a communal container isn't illegal, the two men were arrested on March 4th for conspiring to interfere with store business. This is like, honestly, I'm starting to believe the Pokemon policy. Like, you make others feel unsafe, you're out of here, man.
Wow.
Japan has been facing a surge of food terrorist attacks since the pandemic, from individuals putting saliva on sushi to degenerate Don Yoko kids chugging soy sauce. However, now that more arrests are being made with harsher punishments, the police are likely hoping to see a decrease in future copycat incidents.
Wow.
I don't know.
By making them famous.
The war on terror is finally claiming some victims. All right. Reese, did you return from the Piddle Palace?
Wow.
Because you're muted. All right.
He's really
Japanese-
enjoying Goat Simulator. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Meh.
Japanese is like called out, right? Japanese convenience store clerk outsmarts robber with just 2 words. Guess what the 2
You're dead.
Fuck you.
Literally. Give me your money, the robber ordered the clerk, but then added, "You've got money, right?" To which the clerk replied, "We don't."
Technically, that's
It's a
3
card-only
words.
store, sir. There's no
Oh,
cash.
you're right. It's a contraction. Yeah. Article was actually clickbait the whole time. All right. So an old man was arrested for a hit and run on a high school girl. Is that how you do it? You hit and run on a high school? Okay. All right. I'll allow it. A year after a deadly car accident. So a 79-year-old man was arrested for driving a station wagon without a license and failing to report hitting a high school girl while driving illegally just a year after causing a deadly car accident. The Hyogo Prefectural Police arrested the 79-year-old real estate agent in Nishinomiya on suspicion of violating the act on punishment of motor vehicular driving or injury caused by negligence without a license. Holy shit, that's a long title. Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta point out Nishinomiya, and isn't that Chainsaw Man image up there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when the character's Nishima, I wonder if they picked it because Nishinomiya.
Definitely.
We're stretching tonight.
Yeah. I've thrown out both my hamstrings from the amount of stretching that just happened. What was also he was also charged with violating the Road Traffic Act for not reporting an accident. At around 2:30 p.m. on April 4th, the suspect was driving without a driver's license at an intersection in Rokutanji-cho, where he hit a 16-year-old high school student crossing the street on her bicycle, causing injury to her head. The man allegedly stopped the car, asked, "Are you okay?" and left the scene. The man who witnessed the incident called 110 and reported the suspect's plate number to the police, which led to his arrest. In June 2022, the suspect was driving a station wagon in Kobe, where he caused an accident that killed a 73-year-old man, which resulted in his license getting revoked. Damn, that's all
it.
You can get away with a lot in Japan.
I don't know. I think that's still too hard.
I don't know. I think he should have stopped his vehicle after
According to
hitting the
one
girl
activist, he should have been given a
and
medal.
told her, "There's no mistake. It's me. I hit you."
A man was arrested for repeatedly challenging neighbor to a one-on-one fight.
It's time to do.
How many times would a guy have to ask you to fight? Come on, man, just fight me.
What if it was
before
Pokemon
you would
battle?
call the police? On
How fast should it be? I'll just
Come on, man, just 3 rounds. Come on. I bet you couldn't take me.
That's a perfect image. Like, what the fuck?
A deranged 54-year-old man from Munakata, Fukuoka Prefecture was arrested after he allegedly harassed a man in his neighborhood by repeatedly sending memos requesting a one-on-one fight in the mailbox. That's even better than I imagined. Oh my god!
Did you send him like smash invitations or something?
What if that's all it is?
Never want to
He's
smash.
He's just sending him invites to fight in a video game or something.
There were challenges to a multiplayer game, and they have to go through the system.
According to the Munakata police, from March 12th to 13th, the man visited a neighbor's house 13 times and rang the interphone multiple times.
Interphone?
On 3 occasions, he was suspected of leaving notes that said, "Let's fight one-on-one." Like, what the fuck? He's just trying to get him in bed.
Dude, sword battles never looked the same.
He's hanging out there playing one-on-one by Hall & Oates on a boombox. It is believed that the neighbor once warned the arrested office worker about the loud noises from his car.
When the mail comes a rocking, the car goes a knocking.
The loud noises from his car sometime in December, and the regular harassment began around that time. Oh, that's what started. I'll fight you, bitch. You're gonna turn off my Taylor Swift. I'll fight you over. Those are some fighting words. While the police issued a warning earlier in March, it seemingly only further agitated the man, which resulted in the challenge to a fight. He admitted to the facts during the investigation, but said he did not think he did anything wrong. There is no mistake, but come on. Whew, all right. Kikoku Shibari bondage pervert arrested at a tourist area restroom. It's like in those dojins where they're like, I hid the key behind the bathroom in the park. All right, at 33.
What the fuck are you reading?
A 33-year-old naked man wearing nothing but Kikoku Shibari bondage gear was arrested for exposing himself at a tourist facility restroom in the town of Bihoro.
Imagine you're a tourist. You see this guy. What an experience.
You just upload all the images to your Facebook album from your trip.
Oh, how did that get in there? We didn't go to a boy.
The man who works as a caregiver in the neighboring town
God.
of Betsukai was arrested on suspicion of public indecency. That means he didn't answer with "there is no mistake." There could have been a completely logical explanation for this. It's only a suspicion right now.
I love how this doesn't have so far. I was mugged. It would have been so easy to get out of that.
So he was arrested on suspicion of public indecency at a public restroom in a tourist area around noon.
Wait, he was in a bathroom
on April
naked?
5th. According to the police report, when the man came out of the restroom stall, he was completely naked and his whole body was tied up in black rope and metal fittings.
How did he get out?
How did he get in? That's a question.
Oh god, there was an accomplice.
The police were called after a man using the restroom saw the pervert. That's a very quite presumptuous view. Leave the stall and told an employee of the facility, which led to his arrest. The 33-year-old man has admitted to the charges during interrogation, but the investigation behind his motive is ongoing. Spurned man sends ex-lover a bomb as a wedding gift. Kills groom. So a 33-year-old...
This is a serious matter. A man died, and we're just like cracking up, laughing like this is the funniest shit ever.
Look, man, if I died from something this funny, I would expect and endorse the laughter.
What was this character's name in Hunter x Hunter? I forget. Do you remember? No? Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Johnny Bravo?
Bomberman? But I forget his actual like name. I know he's voiced by Todd Habercorn in the dub.
A 33-year-old man in India was arrested after sending a bomb disguised as a wedding gift to two newlyweds, which resulted in the death of the groom and his brother.
Hey guys, I got y'all a present. It will be the bomb.
According to the report, on April 3rd, a recently married man in his 20s in Chhattisgarh, Cabardale, oh dear Lord, district received the home theater system rigged with explosives. I like the idea that he died watching a Bollywood explosion.
You know,
oh my
it is
God.
amazing.
So,
how did that get through the mail?
Well, he could have just dropped it off at their house.
I guess maybe.
In like a crate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the home theater system was rigged by explosive by the suspect Sarju Markham, who had previously been romantically involved with the bride. The suspect was allegedly upset after the woman rejected his proposal to be his second wife. So he sent the bomb disguised as a wedding gift, which exploded and killed the groom and his brother after they unpacked and unplugged plugged in the device. Honestly, this woman is the luckiest woman on earth, really, because she dodged one bullet when she chose not to marry this guy who murdered her fiance, and she dodged a second bullet when her fiance was murdered because he was so stupid to just accept some random Trojan horse gift and plug it in. Oh no, the story gets sad. The explosion was strong enough to blow off the roof and collapse the roof's walls, injuring 5 others, including a child. It's actually kind of funny stuff. As for the bride, she was unharmed as she was staying at her parents' home and was expected to join her husband in a few days. Sarju allegedly called the woman on March 30th, the day before her wedding, and tried to dissuade her from getting married, telling her, quote, "You are getting married, but you will never be happy." Wow. I'll see to that myself.
Judge you.
All right. A Japanese man has been arrested for murder using toothbrush. All right, I have not read this. I have not read any. I just want to know, what do you think the entry wound was?
All I'm picturing is that scene from Monogatari we all know.
Yes.
And it just going horribly wrong.
We all already thought of it. So
yeah,
thanks for bringing it out.
Maybe sharpen the handle or something.
Yeah,
Like they do in
shanked
prisons?
handle to the neck, right?
That could do it.
I don't know what you got. I didn't see Monogatari. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But
In Monogatari, the main
It was-
character
no,
brushes his little sister's
It's not
teeth.
in Monogatari. It's Nice in Monogatari. That scene is in.
Okay, well,
Nice and
Monogatari, believe it or not, is the colloquial term for
Yeah, I
the
know, but
overarching
there, I
series.
understand that. I get that, but there is one that's like Monogatari.
How's it
second
feel, Reese,
season.
to be over-explained to?
Sorry.
He asked how it feels. He wants to know like it's never happened to him before. All right, so a Japanese man arrested for murder using a toothbrush.
Hey, Ganyu, what's up?
In yet another bizarre crime story from Japan, a man from Aomori, a man from the Aomori prefecture has been arrested for allegedly murdering a man by stabbing the victim with a toothbrush. The incident occurred at a hospital in Aomori where a male patient was discovered with blood running down his face and later dying. On March 28th, an unemployed man who was staying in the same room was arrested as the primary suspect in the murder case. According to police sources, the man first choked the victim, then later stabbed the victim multiple times with a toothbrush to the face. The victim was found slumped over on his bed and then was pronounced dead the next day.
I don't know if you intended to, but it sounded
was-
like you were about to say he choked the bitch. Did you say that on purpose?
No. What? Choked the victim?
When you said victim, I don't know. I might have misheard it, but it sounded like you were about to say choke the bitch. Caught yourself and said choke the victim.
Anything is possible at this point. So yeah, it sounds like they didn't say anything about like a shiv, just as a toothbrush. I was thinking it was going to be like he dug his eyes out or something.
Like, jammed it in his earlobe.
Yeah. Urethra death in China. I don't know.
Brush for that one.
It's simply not what I expected. Now, just to end with a spooky story that will confirm your worst fears as a child from your parents. A 10-year-old boy was blinded after shining a laser pointer into his eyes 51 times.
Wow.
Let it be known that is the limit.
50 times is okay, but you gotta take a break after that.
Yeah. A 10-year-old boy from Nantong in Jiangsu province, China, lost his sight after playing with the laser pointer inserted into his urethra. Wait, no, that's not. Pardon me. My ChatGPT predictive text has read too many articles like this before. Okay, he lost his sight after playing with the laser pointer and shining it into his eyes 51 times. According to the media reports, the boy and his mother, who had come to work from a rural area, saw friends playing with laser pointers. He wanted one and begged his mother, but she wouldn't allow it. So he secretly got his father, who works in a different region, to buy it for him. I like to think it's one of those ones that's like so powerful, you know, because it's like China, it's like there's no regulation, so it's either going to be a piece of shit or it's going to be like dangerous.
You can see it on the fucking moon.
Yes, exactly. Like the kid looks at it and he pushes the button and it just comes out the back of his skull.
We need that FAFO chart on the picture.
Sometime after, while playing with the laser pointer, the boy shined the light into his eye 51 times, resulting in his eye going black and losing its eyesight. What color was it before? Oh, his eye. Oh, they mean from his perspective. It was probably green or red. Fuck, I'm so tired. Oh, resulting in his eye going black and losing his eyesight. Doctors urged parents to be careful not to allow their children to play with such dangerous toys. Chinese internet denizens commented, quote, "The father just ruined that child's life."
No, the child just ruined his own life.
And that father's gotta be feeling shit though. Like, damn.
I hate people who aim the laser pointers at other people's eyes. I'm glad he didn't blind someone else. Why haven't they banned selling those already? Daddy government! Well done remembering the exact number of times flashing.
We need that clip, Daddy government.
It's the commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the cookie top? He sat there. How many flashes does it take for me to go blind? 1, I can still see. 2, I can still see.
He remembered the exact number, so he can't be that stupid. Wow. All right. So we are at 3 hours and 29 minutes. Would you guys like to read about
Let's crank out some Funhouse.
should we do the try not to come? All right, let's do this one and then maybe this one. Okay.
Okay, I gotta make a quick PSA because a friend of mine just texted me. During the present where the dude sent the wife and all that, I made a joke, and with the way it sounded, they're like, dude, someone could take it out of context. I was making a joke in regards to what the guy told the groom and his wife when he sent them the bomb present. That is what happened. Don't freak out, buddy. It's in context.
You'll have to remind the rest of us who didn't pay attention.
Back during the
yes.
Yeah, and I said as a joke, in response, like as if this is what he would have, the guy who sent the explosive would have said, "Hey guys, I got y'all a present. It will be the bomb," as in, you know, a big party, a splash, awesome. But it was also in the regards to the joke, and a friend of mine is freaking the fuck out. But for PSA, it was a joke. Calm down.
Wow.
Wow. We needed
Thank goodness we called 911 on that.
Lance, you're going to jail, all right? Yeah. It's coming to your house.
Lance the slave.
You're not sending me no bombs in the mail at all.
Remember, Lance, we don't have rights.
You're telling me.
All right.
Lance, did you know that mailing a bomb across international borders is a crime?
The fuck?
You heard it here first, folks. Let the record show the assailant knew what he was doing was against the law. So his not guilty verdict should be revoked.
What the hell?
Right. Okay, 8 boars dropped dead around Japan's Killing Stone. I have only been sitting on this literally all year.
The Killing Stone.
I feel like
Yeah.
we've already read it.
No,
It's
you
been
remember
sitting in the dock so long.
Yes, man. You remember in Demon Slayer the thing that he like trains against the stone.
The stone that's got the rope around it.
Yeah, that's basically a real stone that kills boars. Apparently, we've only covered it like 2 or 3 times on the podcast before, so I don't expect you to have ever heard of it. So the stone said to imprison the evil fox spirit split in half earlier this year.
Damn it, Tanjiro.
The fact that it is now 4 months into this year, and this article came out in December, and the fucking video is still not privated in Japan, that must be a record.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yep. Easter. Thanks.
No, it's an Easter miracle. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Fuck me. I am so sorry. It's an Easter miracle.
All right. So the town of Nasu in Tochigi Prefecture has some wonderful sights for travelers to see: majestic mountains, lush forests, and the Killing Stone.
What tourist attraction you want to see first, Timmy? The Killing Stone.
Come see the sights. Stay because you died.
Oh God.
Okay.
Sold.
Okay. Okay, so that last one might not immediately scream fun vacation so much as stay away. The folklore surrounding the rock, though, which claims it holds the imprisoned fox of an evil nine-tailed kitsune, makes it an intriguing local landmark, especially for fans of folktales and anime series in which fox spirits feature. This month, though, the Killing Stone's name has proven to be truth in advertising. As on the morning of December 7th, the bodies of 8 wild boars were discovered in Nasu, with the animals dropping dead near the stone. The incident comes almost exactly 9 months after the Killing Stone suddenly split in two, prompting the performance of purification ceremony by a local Shinto priest at the site. With the Killing Stone back in the news once again, Japanese Twitter users have reacted with comments such as, well, it is the Killing Stone. Thought it was just superstition and stories, but it can seriously kill. Something has awakened. Is it the curse of the Kitsune? When the stone split back in March, it's been a year. Some people wondered if it was the seal breaking. There is, however, a non-supernatural explanation. No wonder the article still has the video. It's clickbait. The Killing Stone is located in Nasu's Yumoto district. Yumoto translates as source of hot water, a reference to the geothermic activity that heats Natsu's hot springs. However, there's also a lot of hydrogen sulfide and sulfurous acid gas that seeps out of the ground in the area around the Killing Stone. Well,
So it's the episode of Dr. Stone.
Turns out it's actually a cyanide stone. A human adult with a healthy constitution isn't likely to be affected by the amount of exposure they'll experience stopping by the Killing Stone to snap some pictures. But the gases are poisonous. Saruhiko Zensoji, a member of the Ministry of the Environment's Nikko National Park Nasu office, believes wild animals are also exposed to a greater concentration of the gases. Yeah, because they're so close to the ground. However, while there have been previous reports of carcasses of tanuki and foxes, in actual fox animals, not the kitsune spirits, found near the Killing Stone, this is the first time Zensoji can recall boars being felled by the Killing Stone's environment. And 4 of them, like, right next to each other, too? Was it 4? 8! 8! Double! Turns out it was just 2 of them that were pregnant with pups. All right. Tests to see if the boars had been infected with swine fever came back negative, lending further plausibility to. Why didn't you just test them for poisonous gas? The animals' carcasses have been removed and incinerated, and with the rough couple of weeks boars have been having in Japan, okay, whatever that means. Hopefully, it's the last sad story we'll have about their. Well, what on earth? Did we cover this? Yes, we did.
Yep, I remember this.
Good time. All right, last one. All right, there's a mystery. This is the perfect day to cover this. I couldn't have planned that better if I wanted. A mysterious mountain village is home to Christ's grave and an ancient pyramid. Life is death's grave. I am your grave.
What in the world?
I am the perfect level of drunk. With local customs linked to Judea, this is a very unusual Japanese community. Did you know that the tomb of Jesus Christ is located in Aomori Prefecture? Well, that's what's been long reported, at least, and it exists in Christ Park. Around 40 minutes by car from Japan Railway Hachinohe Station. Located in Shingo Village, Christ's tomb isn't the only surprising sight at the park, as it's also home to the Oshigami Pyramid. Oshigami Pyramid translates to Big Rock God Pyramid. And it's marked as number 3 on the local tourist site board. Wow. I wonder what locals think of number 1. Christ in a pyramid at one location. No wonder Shingo is dubbed the village of mystery and romance. Dear Lord, Japanese boy band pop star celebrates Donald Trump's visit to Japan with Trump cosplay. Christ's tomb is marked as number 1 on the signboard above, and it can be found at the end of a short trail. This way to Christ's tomb. Kiristo. That's not how I would have spelled it. So what's the deal with Christ's tomb? Well, the sign below goes some way to explaining its history. Quote, it was first discovered in 1935 by Kiyomori Takeuchi, who visited from Isohara City, now Kitaibaraki City in Ibaraki Prefecture, based on an ancient document belonging to the Takeuchi family. I just can't get Joseph Smith jokes out of my head. According to the ancient document, it was Christ's younger brother, Isukiri, who was crucified on the hill of Golgotha.
I didn't know he had a Japanese brother. Mary really got around, huh?
This is the most blasphemous. It was Christ's younger brother Isukiri who was crucified on the hill of Golgotha, and Christ himself went to Japan and lived here in Shingo until the age of 106. The tomb of Christ, known as Toraizuka, is on the right, and on the left is a Judai Haka. The tomb of his younger brother Isukiri. You know, the guy who died on the cross in Golgotha.
What the hell?
Honestly, it's so fucking amazing because it's like, if Christ's younger brother was killed, then the literal thing that makes Christ a famous thing that you would go to the landmark for doesn't apply. Oh, God. And every year, a memorial service is held at the Christ Festival where the Nanya Doyara song and dance is performed as an offering. The official website for Shingo has even more intriguing information, listing some of the village's unusual customs, which are similar to customs practiced in Judea. There is a theory that the name of the Heirai district in Shingo village comes from the word Hebrew. Really? Because Heirai sounds similar to Heburai, the Japanese word for Hebrew. Wow, it almost is only just missing one syllable. In the local dialect, fathers are called Aya and Dada. What? Whoa! Can you... Unbelievable! It's like they're from the West. And mothers are called Appa and Gaga. These are just normal babies, man. When a newborn child is taken outdoors for the first time, a cross is drawn on the forehead with ink. Are these the Ainu? Like, what the... There is an old family whose family crest has been the Star of David for generations. No.
Oh, dear.
Oh my God. Whether or not you believe the authenticity of the ancient document used by the Takeuchi family to find the tomb of Christ, The points above are undeniably unusual for a community in Japan, adding to the intrigue of the site. The area around the park is also unusual, as it's being used as a place of expression through something called the Art User Conference that works to create a new art space. Wow, stunning and brave. The works above and below, designed to look like road signs, blend into the local scenery while expressing a deep and profound message related to the site. Yeah, this is the Life is Death's Grave. I am your grave. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. They put religion on the left, according to how they're phrased. Yeah, I guess that would be the left if you're facing forward. But then it should be backwards on the other side. What the fuck? There's also an unusual souvenir shop that's only open on weekends. Whoa, look at those titties. I think there's a third cross there, but I guess they're just counting Jesus and his little brother Izukiri.
Dear God.
Christopu combines the word Christ and top. It's like literally Christ stop. And appears to mimic Japan's mini shop convenience store logo. Are you serious? Alas, Mr. Sato was on a tight schedule while passing through Shingo, so although he didn't have time to take photos of the burial mounds, which are each topped with a cross, he managed to snap some pictures of the pyramid. Okay. The pyramid is made up of ancient stones with markings. Bottom right. Okay, these are the markings. That's a pyramid if I've ever seen one. Skipping. Oh, yeah. Total pyramid. So it seems to me like Mr. Sato didn't get there at all. Whoa. Amen. All right. Anyway, whether or not you believe in Christ or that his tomb exists in Aomori Prefecture, the mountain village of Shingo is a quiet and pleasant tourist site that will inspire your curiosity. It's well suited to travelers looking to explore off the beaten path, especially if you time your visit for June, when you'll be able to witness the mysterious Nanya Doyara dance. Ooh, okay, great. All right. Anyway, I think that is a good place to finally get those articles out off of the Funhouse. If I could only move that fucking tab properly. There we go. So that concludes this podcast in terms of what was scheduled. Unless anybody else would like to offer up topics of conversation.
I think it's a good time to call it.
All right, so I'm going to leave. And Reese, you can talk about Goat Simulator for...
I don't want to talk about Goat Simulator. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, I do too. So, real quick. We've been doing watch parties on the off weeks of the podcast, right? So far, they've been very fun. They will continue for the time being. But for my son's birthday, which is at the end of this month, I have acquired for the family a Nintendo Switch. So
nice.
Mario Kart Deluxe 8 is on the menu for other things we could do with the community if anybody's interested. I don't know if you can set up races between specific people. Is that doable?
I'm sure
you
can.
You need online. You need an online membership.
That thing that costs $40 a year or whatever, $10 a year.
If you get a family plan, it's $80. But yeah.
No.
A family plan is only needed if you're going to have multiple Switches. You only need for one Switch.
The family plan is like
if I don't have it, no. A family plan is for $80 in the US.
Yeah, but you can share that with.
You're thinking about the extended family plan, maybe.
Yeah.
But you don't need the extended family.
No,
plan.
you just
need the standard.
For
family
AC
plan.
situation, for one Switch, he would only need one.
and yeah, with one Switch, you only need
But
the
yeah,
one
but
account.
it'd be
So
cheaper if we pool our resources
Yes.
and buy one to share.
Okay. Let's
Right.
talk about these illegal actions off camera.
The fuck?
But the point is, I think it'd be really fun to set up something else
Have everyone play games together. Is what
where
you're saying?
where we could Mario Kart or Mario Party or something.
Oh god.
Because
But that means everybody has to have Mario
A blind guy
Party and
playing
Mario
racing
Kart.
games. This
So
isn't gonna
when
end
I
well.
was at GameStop yesterday, they had Mario Party Superstar, I think it's called.
Mhm.
And then there was something else that was in like the display only thing. I think it was like advertisement for games that are up and coming or something for another Mario Party that I forgot the name of
there are 2 Mario parties.
for the Switch.
The one that is called Super Mario Party is shit. Don't buy it.
Is that the one I
Oh
got?
god.
I don't know.
Mario
And the
Party
one that
Superstar
says-
or whatever?
No. See, the Mario Party Superstar one is the one you want.
Okay, good. That's
So-
the one I got.
If you got Superstar, you're good. If you got Super Mario Party, you made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got the right one. Anyway, so
Thank you for watching.
yeah, I'll just say this was a rough week in terms of getting the show out, but I'm glad we got it out because I did not want to do a 3-week thing next
Podcast.
week.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then the following week I'm going to be in Dallas, so it's gonna be rough. But we'll get on with it, and then hopefully we get the show back to planned because today was like, oh, by the way, here's the link at the very literal last minute for the rest of the hosts here. So anyway, enough of that. I will now end the broadcast with which video do I use? Let's see.
All right, I'll come.